Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hi. What's shaking? It's me, Wobbly Python. Though hopefully you knew that coming to this channel of all channels. I'm realizing in this moment that I have not prepared any music. I have not set up a single playlist, nor have I even installed the player that I usually let handle my stuff. So give me just one moment. Also, I'm feeling kind of rough today. if I can be perfectly straight with everybody about it, I am experiencing uh roughness. I'm experiencing roughness. There, I said it. That's just where I'm at with it. I don't know that I'm sick, but like my sinuses have decided to just be a flame, a candle in the wind dancing. Just really doing it. All right, we're gonna scan now, I guess, in Music Bee that I'm in the process of installing. I feel like Otakon is Scooter. He has a sister, maybe. I could see Otakon being Scooter. I don't know. All I know is that like my headcanon at this moment is that Miss Piggy has to be Liquid Snake just for the submarine fight. Just for the submarine fight. Like, I want it so bad. My teeth, they require dentistry because of how much I need to see Miss Piggy fighting on top of a submarine. However, I would maybe accept her as the female lead of Metal Gear Solid 3, but I haven't played Metal Gear Solid 3, so I don't actually know who that is yet. Hear you out? Okay. Oh, did I convert you like mid-sentence? Hang on. I'm so sorry. I'm in the middle of trying to get things established and going on here. Sure, this is whatever, I bet. Fine. Oh, are all my playlists dead? All my playlists are dead too, so we're gonna be doing some stuff here. We're gonna be juggling some stuff, but anyway, let's go. Let's just go. Let's just go to it. Let's go to it.
And now, please enjoy this feature presentation.
I should put fades on that if I'm ever gonna use it again. I just thought it'd be funny, everybody. I've had that kicking around from when I was working on video projects. You've never seen that intro? That is because I've never used it live. I used it for canned stuff for a little bit. That's why it doesn't have any like clever transparencies or fades. I'm gonna stretch that out so it fills the whole thing. I want to get somebody with like a richer, more like mahogany type of voice to redo it, to redub it for me. But I don't know. I really like that one. It's pretty good. Feel like Miss Piggy should be most of the female characters in Metal Gear Solid 3. I feel like that's just because we don't know any other girl Muppets. And also, we can always invent a Muppet, everybody. We have the power. We have friendly artists in our community and like all sorts of good stuff. But like, I figure this will be a fun conversation to have between you, me, the trees, our application audio capture. And this is just going to be full screen music. Don't sue me. Where's Music B? There's Music B. All right, we'll grab that. Now I have to go into the advanced audio properties real quick. We're gonna hop into advanced audio properties for the music here. Advanced audio properties. Then I need to remove it specifically from two. Maybe, you know what? I'll put it on 6. I'll put it on 6 because 2 is the VOD channel, right? So everything that's on 2 will show up, but like anything that's not on it won't. And I'm saying this mostly for my benefit as opposed to yours. But anyway, we should be able to do music now. Let's see if I blow my ears out. Kind of loud. Lowering that down. Here we go. There we go. Does this mean that we can cast David Bowie as Ocelot because Bowie was in a Jim Henson film? I will accept that. I will accept real actors. I don't know who any of them are, and I don't know who half the Muppets are, and I couldn't tell you, like, half of the cast of Metal Gear, which is why we're doing this together. I actually tried to do this yesterday after the Might and Magic stream sort of fell apart due to tech issues. And I was like, I just don't know enough. I don't know enough of these people to make these funny, right? I understand why casting director is, like, a whole-ass job. I super do. I get it. But anyway, I have got 2 Wikipedia articles open, and if you are a person with multiple monitors, I'm gonna offer these in chat for you. I have opened characters of the Metal Gear series on Wikipedia, which has all of the Metal Gear characters introduced and introduces them in the article by introduction in the series. So at this moment, everybody, I don't need to scroll below Metal Gear Solid, like, 1, right? We're not going to go into, like, Metal Gear Solid 4, Peace Walker. We're not going to worry about that stuff right now. We're just going to... You have to go... Oh, no! What is this, Listar? I'm listening. CeeLo Green is a Muppet. Fuck you! Wait, is that CeeLo Green? Is that him? I don't know. I don't know if that's him. Listar, please tell me. Speak your personal truth. Oh, the other article that we have open, everybody, is Wikipedia. Liquid Snake should be the only human in Metal Gear Solid 1. Oh, the one hater. The hater is Metal Gear's is the human character. Well, like, so the tradition of Muppets movies is that there are a ton of Muppets, and there is, like, one guy, right? So I feel like we have a one guy aim. We will have to pick one character to be made of meat, but usually he's the protagonist, if I remember right. And it's him yelling at this Muppet about how he has the dominant genes. Liquid's arm gets grafted onto Ocelot. So like Ocelot, my current lead character for him is Fozzie Bear. So Fozzie Bear with a real ass arm sticking off of him is in fact very funny. This is so good. I'm so glad we're making a stream out of this. I'm so glad. Like, man, I woke up like 3 hours late to stream because I just like blasted through all my alarms. I have been out. My sinuses are on fire. I'm very sniffly at the minute. I should take a decongestant just while I'm sitting here. I'm sipping on like I had my morning caffeine. I had a beverage, and I've already got another beverage. We're hydrating so hard here, chat. Trying so hard. But we'll be reading some bios and stuff today. We're gonna make sure we're gonna get this right, chat. We're gonna go back. We're gonna like do a couple of passes. We're gonna make revisions. This is gonna be like a whole thing. I'm gonna turn on dark mode on Wikipedia because I'm gonna be looking at Wikipedia a lot today. I've got it open in like 2 Chrome windows. I might just like pull up the desktop capture from time to time. Oh, my desktop. Oh wait, I would have to like. Oops, that's the wrong thing to do. There we go. I think that's going to be the route that we go, is where I will open up the sheets, as it were. We'll take a look at them. Oh my god, it's so funny, Listar. We'll see if it makes to the final cut. I'm gonna make a note for it. I'm gonna make a special note for this right now. Special note: Revolver Ocelot as human. Oh, that was interesting. If I type question mark, my window goes gray. That's weird. I don't know what that's all about. You did do this once and your notes are posted. Wait, you've already done this gag? Listar, no! The flashing border is distracting. Hopefully we won't be typing too much today. It'll be coming in spurts. It is kind of a lot, I know, but I just really enjoy the text stream editor because it does like that while I'm typing. It's really fun. For shows like this where I get to like type things out, it's a big deal. But anyway, so we should probably just like list off some Metal Gear characters, right? Let's see. I'm gonna move myself down, make myself tiny for a little bit. Yeah, it makes typing extreme. This audio track is super fucking loud. There we go. Also, do I have this set to shuffle? I'm just shuffling like my whole music library, everybody. If you don't like the music, please complain. Please do. Rolf Ulver, because I don't know who Rolf is as a Muppet. Okay, let's start. Let's get organized, everybody. Let's get organized. I think the way to do this is gonna be, let's just grab a bunch of these Metal Gear characters really quick. So we have Big Boss, we've got Solid Snake. Let me know if the flash like just ultimately is like kind of too much, because I don't think I can really turn it down on this program, but I do have another text editor that maybe we could use. Rolf the Piano Dog. Oh, I know Rolf. Yeah, he's part of the band. He's part of Animal's band, right? Isn't he? If he's part of Animal's band, doesn't he have to be a son of Big Boss? Rolf, no, he's more independent. Okay, I mean, I assume he gets like gigs or whatever. Rolf is less of a Muppet, more a gig worker that shows up on the Muppet staff. All right. So let's hang on. I'm going down my lists here. Solo pianist, or he does duets. Okay. But yeah, as always with my streams, if you don't like something, please do complain. Gray Fox. Now, actually, yeah. Well, Dr. Madnar Petrovich, he's actually very minor. He only shows up in like the first film, really. That flashing is real bad. Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's swap out our text editor. I'm not above it. I looked at it and I was like, I don't know if this is gonna be like super good for people. One second, I'm gonna make sure I've got the new version. But there's TextStream 2, and TextStream 2 does, I think, better for this sort of thing. I should have a copy of it. Yeah, Palestinian Aid Bundle a couple of years ago. Windows version. I've got it in games. Yeah, we'll replace that file. We'll open the file location. Extract TextStream 2 real quick. And I'll just boot it up. I just like it better than using a normal text editor. Just in the abstract. There it goes. That's the one. We're still capturing my desktop, but like we'll get the proper window capture here shortly. TextStream 2. There we go. We're gonna put it in a window, move it down like so. Okay. So now we have let's go back to it. We got Big Boss, Solid Snake, Dr. Madnar Petrovich. Very minor after the first game. Is there a way that I can make the actual window wider? Limit FPS, so we're doing that for sure. Does not need to be rocking like 100. It does not need an unlocked frame rate. Highlights. Okay. Symbols? Okay. Well, this is just gonna have to be how it rocks then, I guess. UI volume, master volume, typing volume, jerk intensity. Well, I like these things, so I'm gonna leave those on at least. Okay. Okay. So are we Gucci? Do we feel better about this one? I like the other one better because it reminds me of like old school. There we go. I'm in fact just gonna like make this wider. There. Now it looks like I'm capturing the desktop, even though I'm not. All right, so let's keep going down this list of Metallo gear characters real quick. Easier on the eyes. All right. Well, I'm glad that everybody prefers it. I'm making the window much smaller. It's also got like all this extra space on the sides that like gets used. I liked the idea of Techstream 1, and I wish that they had just like lessened up on the visual flashing and sort of kept like the original identity. I guess what I'm saying is I'm really hoping for 1.1, which like has some accessibility things. Oops, that's wrong. Okay, so up next on our list here, we've got Kyle Schneider, also minor. He does not show up again at all, I don't think. I think he also dies. And then we've got introduced in Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake, which I know that we have not played yet. I'm gonna put like an asterisk up here, just for. Actually, I'm gonna highlight it. MG2. This is gonna be Connor Campbell. Then we've got Master Miller, which I'm pretty sure shows up throughout the series. Like Metal Gear 2, if I remember correctly from all the stuff I've heard talked about the Metal Gear series, this is where we get a lot of our like DNA for the series long term. Keo Marv, never hear from again. Then we got Holly White. Who? Then we've got Gustava Hefner. And I like the explosions on punctuation. Then we've got George Kassler. We got a lot of like, who the fuck are these people? And then Johan Jacobson. And then what we'll do is we'll just cull some of these guys if they don't matter. And then we'll do the same thing, MGS, and this is probably going to be about where we stop. Because this is where we start getting into characters that we start to care about. You know, if I'm being real about how things go here. Psycho Mantis, and then we got Sniper Wolf, and then we got Vulcan, Raven, Decoy, Octopus, Launch Octopus, Electric Hoogaloo. That's a very powerful first chat friend. I haven't read the whole message because I'm just trying to get this list scribbled down, but like, you know. Otakon. Because remember, the way that Muppets movies work is that they are oftentimes not perfect adaptations. Also, ow. Of things. Like, they will just, like, sort of play in the space in the universe. So we can have these things as long as they're consistent. Then there's Meryl. Not Merly. Meryl. Male. Merle. Marl. God, I'm such an asshole. Noemi. Okay, maybe I am sick. I can't type straight. Holy dang. Then we got Mei Ling. Then we got Johnny Sasaki. We got Cyborg Ninja, who is Gray Fox. Romanenko, Kenneth Baker. Okay, so this is just gonna be our list of characters for now. Because after this, we started to get into like more esoteric Metal Gear games. I feel like most people played Solid, and we're going to, much like the actual Metal Gear team, just throw some people away. We're gonna take some characters that we don't care about, and we're gonna put them in the trash can later. Okay, all right, okay. I have typed up the list. So let's I guess get into it, maybe in order. If Kermit is solid, let's see. Okay, hang on. Did we say Gray Fox? We got to Gray Fox. It just happened to be down there. You could have Constantine, Kermit's evil doppelganger from Most Wanted, be Liquid. Okay. The only Constantine I'm aware of is my friend Constantine here on Twitch, and I was very confused for a little bit. I was like, oh, I was unaware of the Kermit-Constantine rivalry. You see Dr. Madnar as a rabbit with glasses. Yeah, generic Muppet Beast. Well, actually, I wanted to talk about that. So let me just jump in here right away. Let me jump in here right away with maybe my spiciest take that I came up with when it was like 2 a.m. I had this moment laying in bed, staring at the ceiling, and I realized that Gonzo should not be Psycho Mantis. Gonzo shouldn't be him. It should not be him. It's just the way that it is. I'm sorry. I know that this is gonna hurt somebody out there. Gonzo shouldn't be Psycho Mantis. Gonzo should be Sniper Wolf. Hear me out here. Gonzo as Sniper Wolf because we can replace all of the wolves with chickens doing kung fu. You know the snowy sniper battle where the chickens are coming upon Solid Snake while he's trying to set up his sniper shots against Gonzo? Nope. Yeah, see? Everybody immediately. We've already broken new ground on this. Gonzo gets to be Sniper Wolf. We're still gonna put Gonzo in the jumpsuit. Get him, Camilla! Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, 100%. Beaker Campbell. I feel like Bunsen should be Campbell because, like the Colonel has real dialogue that does need to go. I know that we want to use Beaker in like a very important way, but if we're going to put one of those two, which they're almost always found as a pair, aren't they? I mean, I guess almost, you know. Every codec call where Colonel's explaining things to Snake becomes 100 times funnier with Beaker. Yeah, but for the sake of plot, it also becomes like a problem. Remember, I want us to come at this not with the idea of like what would be funny for like a bit gag, but like we also have to respect that if we made this movie, we do have to make this joke work for 2 hours. While I agree that sticking Beaker in there is incredibly funny and would be super good, I think that using either Naomi Hunter or who's the other one? Mei Ling. Mayo Link. What am I doing? Why can't I type straight today? Oh my god, I just noticed the scroll wheel does like a big squash and stretch when you. That's amazing. Make Campbell the ghost of Christmas yet to come and have him be totally silent. No, this is the same problem, but not even funny now. No, thank you. Swedish Chef the Colonel. I think that Swedish Chef could maybe be Revolver Ocelot, actually. I think that would be kind of funny. Wait. Oh, we talked about Sam Eagle a little bit, and I was thinking about it, and I was thinking that maybe Sam Eagle would be a very funny Vulcan Raven. Spins ladles at you. Statler and Waldorf be yes, I agree, Constantine. Statler and Waldorf definitely need to make some codec calls. That is for sure things. I think this is going to be our long form project for this whole playthrough, by the way. Like I think that we're going to come back to this list like a whole lot of times. This is going to be a file that we open pretty consistently. Giant wobbly, face full of wobbly, that's right. Didn't we once suggest Statler and Waldorf as both? Yeah, just like replacing the entire intelligence wing. I agree with you, because there's not a lot of like group phone calls on the codex. So just Sam could be the Department of Defense Minister. I think that might be too much of a bit part. See, that's what I was thinking, Carrick, because I was thinking about that. I was thinking about Sam Eagle as Colonel Campbell, or as the Department of Defense. But I think actually we could do a double cast. I think that we could also use Sam Eagle as Big Boss, right? Because in the first game, if we just made a movie that was the first game, right? Like if we took these right here and we made sure that we just like made them separate movies, Sam Eagle would be an amazing Big Boss. He'd be so good as Big Boss, giving real straightforward information. And then the subversion of him being the guy who tricks you later is also very funny, you know? Also, the pigs in space Kirk-like guy. I feel like it's important to mention, if y'all are liking this text editor and want it for your own purposes, just search for Textstream 2. It's on itch.io. It's really good. I think it's also on Steam now. Vote for Lips as Gray Fox. I am unfamiliar with Lips. Let's go to the Muppets list. Oh yeah, Ralph the dog. Okay. Oh, Pepe is the King Prawn. Somebody mentioned him earlier. Elevator Opture. So he's like the mid-range bit part character, or one of them. Okay, so let's Sam Eagle. Here we go. Yeah, if you've supported the Palestinian bundle, you have it. And that was a couple of years ago, before shit got really wild over there on Ye Gaza. Yeah, Pepe's a good character. I like him. I've always enjoyed Pepe the Shrimp. Pepe the Frog, however, is not welcome here. And like, the worst thing about that is that Pepe the Frog really didn't do anything wrong aside from just like, hey, the guy who made Pepe kind of didn't do anything to protect Pepe from becoming what he is now. And now that it's too late, you know, like they're trying, but like, sorry, man, that's a battle you got to fight on your own. I'm not gonna fight against right-wingers for table scraps of your racist frog when I can draw a better frog. Like, not doing that. I instead made a funny cartoon snake, and you know, that's who we have today. Okay. Camilla the chicken. Bobo the bear. Okay. Redirects here. For a teddy bear belonging to Mr. Burns, the Simpsons see Rosebud. Okay. All right. Sorry, I'm looking for this guy. What was his name? Lips? New Zealand. Link Hogthrob. Link Hogthrob? Oh, that's right. He was a bit part for a band. I love all these like other characters. Okay, I'm gonna have to control F Lips because Lips is so minor. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. I forgot about Dr. Teeth being a guy. Okay, so let's find Lips. Lips is the band's mumbling yellow-haired trumpet player. Okay. I do not remember him at all. His less experienced as a puppeteer at the time wanted to use a voice like Louis Armstrong but was afraid of offending African Americans. After the Muppet Christmas Carol, he's not seen it all until the NBC Christmas NBC Special Christmas in Rockefeller Center. Oh. Okay. So who was this for again? Link Hogthrob is the Kirk guy? Okay. Bobo the Bear is a good one for Dr. Madnar. Honestly, yeah, I think Bobo the Bear might be a really good one for for Dr. Madnar. Especially since he does show up later as like a thing. Stand by Kermit as Gray Fox and Gray Frog. Maybe. I do tentatively want to say that Solid Snake is my selection for human or Kermit right now. Like that's where I'm feeling, you know? Did you just have a stroke? God, I hope not. I don't think I've done anything all that weird yet. Lumina Flare dropping a video for me. I'm clicking videos today. It's a just chatting day. If you got clips you want to show me to prove the thing, like, okay. What are we doing? Midnight Furry Abba Bear, what we have done, or what we're doing today, is we, during our Metal Gear playthrough, stumbled upon comedy diamonds. We mined deep, and we found, below the Y layers, we found the funniest idea, which is making a Metal Gear movie as presented by the Muppets. So we have to cast our characters. And today, we're going up through Metal Gear Solid. We're not going to get into Metal Gear Solid 2, because I feel like that is a game that is less well-known. There's less memes about it. And so we're going to make a consistent, casting universe for things. Solid Snake as a human, but played by a different person for each game. I could take that, Bograt. I could take that. I think that's a solid idea. I'm going to put that one on the table. I'm holding on to it. You have no clips when I'm watching a Babish video reviewing 14 frozen cheese pizzas. I'm not interested in that. No, I'm interested in casting the Muppets as Metal Gear. Thank you. I am currently making different media. That is unacceptable. No, bad. I'm rolling up the paper and I'm hitting you with that. They're being less me. I mean, there's the fish and mailed, which happened, but I don't think that's kind of the point of that one or where that line should be drawn. But anyway, let me catch this thing. Muppets mayhem, but only when Lips talks. Oh, this is Muppets Boomhauer. Wait, give me 1 second. I'm gonna see if I can get the audio to capture. FS browser. Because we don't need the video. I just need to share the sounds with you. Okay. Double check that "Don't Sue Me" is in the thing. Okay, I've unchecked track 2 for both of these. Okay, so is it gonna... So this is Lips. Who were we casting as Lips? Mana. The Boomerang Fish Muppet. Okay. Thinking it's Gray Fox. Maybe. My current pick for Gray Fox, right? Hang on, let me pop in here real quick, because I think I might blow some people's minds with this pick also. So I'm gonna do it for Gray Fox right here. My current pick for this is Animal. This is where I think that Gray Fox should go, because hang on. List of Gray Fox quotes, MGS. Right? Because I can do a halfway decent impression. Yeah. Okay, so here's a Gray Fox quote, right? After Zanzibar, I was taken from the battle, neither truly alive nor truly dead, an undying shadow in a world of lights. And that becomes much funnier when it becomes, after Zanzibar, taken from battle, not alive, not dead, undying shadow, world of lights. Ah! It becomes incredibly funny. That's sick! Hurt me! Hurt animal! It'd be very good. Yeah. Good! Now we can fight as warriors! Hand to hand! Only a fool trusts his life to a weapon! Animal prisoner of death! maybe Clifford can be Liquid since both of them were hosts. Maybe Shin. But if I get my way with the Kermit casting, I do want Miss Piggy to be Liquid Snake. But I'm gonna add Clifford. Maybe Scooter as Hal. Ooh, I could see Scooter. Who's Hal? Where's Hal at? Is Hal Sir not appearing in these video games? Is he like a Metal Gear Solid 3 or 4 character? Hal is Otakon. Oh, you should have used his real name. I feel very strongly about Scooter here. What other highlights do I got? Oh yeah, here we go. Let's Yeah. Yeah, Scooter Otakon seems pretty good. Hmm. Yes. Oh, just you know what? Scooter Kermit Snake does make a good pairing, doesn't it? Now remember, we could still make our main character into a human, and I feel like the Miss Piggy Liquid Snake is still fun that way. Right? All the obsession and stuff like just makes sense to me. Hang on, I'm gonna look up some Liquid Snake quotes real quick. From today on, you can call this place Outer Heaven. Right? Seems good to me. You enjoy all the killing. That's why. Miss Piggy would be a funny Meryl, though, especially because Meryl is supposed to be competently disguised. Okay. I honestly see it. I'm also not sure who else I would make that character. What if we cast Meryl as a person? What if Meryl was one of our people? Right? Because there's also that like weird scene where Snake has to like ogle Meryl to learn the shapes of her buttocks so he can see through her disguise later, right? And one, it is funnier when a Muppet is objectifying a person, and two, as a casting director, we could add a little bit of look. We could add a little bit of sex appeal to this Muppet movie. You know, we could really get that booty on screen. Meryl being like, I'm disguised, I am a Muppet. Imagine we have like put Muppet features on a very attractive person. What if we got Margot Robbie? We got Margot Robbie to be Meryl, and then we made her wear a Muppet head. That would be incredibly funny for those scenes. It would also let us use Meryl as a puppeteer for like scenes in which like we subvert the idea that Solid Snake is like saving everybody. Switch Meryl between Miss Piggy and Annie Sue depending on state of disguise. Ooh. Who is? Hang on, wait. Is Annie Sue a Muppet? Hang on. Annie Sue, young female pig who is Miss Piggy's innocent rival. First appeared on the Muppet Show, but was given a proper. Oh, hang on. Annie Sue Muppet. Oh my god, I've been having a Berenstein Bear universe moment with this Muppet for so long. Thank you. Thank you for head pats. I'm having a listen. I'm having a listen. I'm here. I'm watching. I'm absorbing Annie Sue media to see if I can do this casting. All right, we got to do that. You should be able to hear the audio, can't you? Oh no, I see what's going on. Hang on, everybody. I'm 2 minutes into this audio because I searched it in the incorrect browser. One moment, everyone. One moment, everyone. I apologize. Thank you so much for catching it. I'm just gonna pull that down here. Move myself over here for a moment. I'm telling you, Miss Piggy as Liquid Snake. Miss Piggy as Liquid Snake. Yeah, Piggy is Liquid. It's too funny. And this is why. This right here is why. I think Annie Sue in her first major role as Meryl would be outstanding. I think I need to watch more Annie Sue, but like I think whoever said that is a genius. Is a Muppets genius. No, definitely not Miss Piggy. Definitely Annie Sue. I'm giving that the Scooter Hashes. I'm giving that Scooter Hashes. That's such a good idea. Kermit has to be. I'm operating under the expectation that Kermit is our Solid Snake if we don't make Kermit into our main character, right? Well, our human character. If we even have a human character, because we don't always have a human character as the lead. Remember, what was it? The Muppets Road Trip or whatever? Right? Like that's something that we did. Well, we didn't do it, but like the Muppets did it at one point. You know? Makes Miss Piggy being super annoyed at him interacting with Annie Sue as Meryl even better. It sure does. It sure does. Could just have a non-human cast or have humans as like extenuating minor characters. Yeah, I think that like if a joke is better with a real actor, we could try to cast them as that. But like I think that this is gonna be like a really solid idea. Muppets Take Manhattan, the original Muppet movie, does not have a human main character, but human antagonists. Yeah. See, I think that that's a completely reasonable way to approach this. Let's see. So we got Hammy. I'm actually gonna go in because like the idea that somebody could be a human all the time is fine, but I am solidifying Kermit. I think as my Solid Snake. Because like Kermit delivering some Solid Snake lines is also very funny. Hang on. Let me pull up some Solid Snake quotes real quick. Metal Gear Informer is a website, apparently, that you can go to. Oh, I'm no hero. Never was. Never will be. Also, let's see. A strong frog doesn't need to read the future. He makes his own. Let's see. Unfortunately, killing is one of those things that gets easier the more you do it. Oh, I'm just a frog who's good at what he does. Killing. War has changed. Shakes his head. I don't have any more tears to shed. I've never really fought anyone but myself. Come on. Kermit as our Solid Snake is really good. A name? A name means nothing on the battlefield. Okay. All right. Seems like people are maybe convinced that Kermit could be Snake here. Kermit can be our Snake for now. Remember, all this stuff's up in the air. So much of this is just me wanting to make some shit posts. All right, so that's a win. Never doubted it. All right. Okay, so we got right now I've got listed. I've got on the list here. We've got Big Boss as Sam Eagle, Solid Snake as Kermit, Dr. Madnar Petrovich. Now Dr. Madnar, didn't we decide that he would be the bear? Maybe, little guy? What was his name? It was like Bobo the Bear or something. Yeah, Bobo the Bear. I think somebody else suggested Bobo the Bear because I'm not super familiar with Bobo. Let's see. Easily amused and befuddled brown bear. He's an anthropomorphic, more so than the other Muppets. Been in several Muppet films as a major character, and others are just background. One of his appearances was Muppets Tonight as a security guard. With his tagline of "Have a good day, sir." His character in Muppets from Space was named Rentro. Character appeared in the television special Muppets Christmas, Letters to Santa, alongside Nathan Lane as a pair of airport security personnel. The Muppets, Bobo is a henchman of oil tycoon Tex Richman. I don't know that I'm 100% sold on this Bobo the Bear situation. Hang on. Because I think I know this character, but I don't know that I know him. I just put the glasses on the bear. I could maybe see this. I could maybe see it. Okay, all right. That's pretty good. Retinal scanner. Here we go. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of feeling like a Colonel Campbell situation for Bobo. All in on Bobo Campbell. Yeah, Bobo Campbell seems like he'd be pretty good, right? Oh my god, he's so sassy. Hang on. Hey everybody, I'm falling in love with Bobo Campbell here. Here we go, Roy Campbell. You will accept this assignment. Snake, there's enough dirt on your file for your days as an agent to keep you in the stockade until you're a very old man. No, Snake, I prefer to look at it as helping you come to a decision more easily. Yeah, it's definitely better than the obvious of Sam Eagle, and it would free Sam Eagle up to be Vulcan Raven for us. And it also makes it even funnier that Bobo is Meryl's dad. Yeah, that's a lot of stuff. Do we got any good stuff? The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by Next Generation Special Forces being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike, and then stop them if they do. Absolutely, absolutely. Bobo's so right. Bobo is perfect for this. Bobo's in. Bobo's in. We found our Colonel Campbell. This has surprised me super hard. Bobo the bear as Colonel Campbell. Also, like, this bear just wearing a beret. Just wearing a beret. Now, how does Bobo sound when he's being pressed by Snake for details and can't say anything? Oh, he's just an asshole. Like, look, they keep casting him as a security guard. This is what he sounds like. We got that yin-yang sign. Hang on. Let's see. Yeah. Gray Fox, Colonel! That ninja is Gray Fox, no doubt about it! Ridiculous. You of all people should know he died in Zanzibar. We don't have a voice for Naomi yet. No, he should have died, but he didn't. What? Happened before I joined Foxhound's medical staff. They were using a soldier for their gene therapy experiments. I never heard that. It happened right after you retired. My predecessor, Dr. Clark, was in charge. Dr. Clark? And where is he now? He was killed in the explosion in his lab 2 years ago. So, what about this soldier? Apparently, for the test subject, they decided to use the body of a soldier who was recovered after the fall of Zanzibar. And that was Gray Fox? But he was already dead. Yes, and they revived him. They refitted him with a prototype exoskeleton and kept him drugged for 4 years while they experimented on him like a plaything. Today's genome soldiers were born from these experiments. That's the sickest thing I ever heard. They used him to test all sorts of gene therapy techniques. Naomi, why didn't you tell us about this sooner? Because it's confidential information. Is that the only reason? Naomi, what happened to Gray Fox after that? Record says he died in the explosion. I see. But even if that ninja is Gray Fox, the question is why? From what I could tell, he didn't know who he was. You saying he's just a mindless robot? I'm not sure, but it seems intent on fighting me to the death. We'll meet again. I know it. So you'll fight again until you kill him? I'd rather not. Maybe that's what he wants. Yeah, this owns. This owns. He's so good. He's such a good Colonel Campbell. Gray Fox as lives before experiments and animal after. Yeah. I think that's right. I think that in the first movie we cast Gray Fox as a different Muppet, or Muppet is just or animal is just cleaned up. He's cleaned up and he's fine. That way we get some like funny flashback clips to an animal wearing like a suit and tie. Hang on. Animal the Muppet cleaned up. Muppet Babies. No, because you're right. The existence of Muppet Babies complicates our casting for the Muppets Metal Gear universe. There are clips of that. He went job hunting in Muppets Mayhem. Okay. Animal job hunting Muppets. I'm doing some searches here, everybody. I got to do a scene with Animal. Disney Plus. Wait, does Disney own the Muppets? Is that a thing that we're dealing with here? Because this could be a nightmare. Janice, also from the band, is very much a Valley girl. Oh my god. Yeah, Naomi would be good. Yeah, because wait, doesn't Naomi Hunter get into like a relation? Doesn't she flirt really hard with Snake? Or is that Mei Ling? Because I know May and Naomi Hunter have like a thing because video games. Disney owns the Muppets? Oh, okay, well that's unfortunate, but it's not going to stop me from doing this. Mei Ling flirts with Snake. Naomi hates him. Oh my god. Okay, so yeah. I think that's a good pick then. Shrike, Janice. The Valley girl from the band. Gonna have to remind myself. Gonna have to remind myself and work on my impressions. Penny Waxman would be good as Mei Ling. I have to search that one up because I don't know who they are. Thank you. Are you sure? Because Mei Ling is supposed to be... How sure are you? I approve Janice telling me about the cancer genes from smoking in a real way. Okay, hang on. Not Janice. What is it? Naomi Hunter cigarette quote. Didn't you know that cigarettes contain benzopyrene, a chemical that leads to lung cancer? We now know that when benzopyrene enters the body, it changes the benzopyrene dialipoxide and attaches to the receptors on the P53 gene, the gene which causes lung cancer. You mustn't allow yourself to be chained to fate, to be ruled by your genes. Humans can choose the type of life that they want. Naomi Hunter. Okay, yeah. Yeah. She's all about healthy living? Okay, I'm into it. Dr. Teeth for Otakon. We've already got Scooter as Otakon at the moment. So like I'm interested in hearing why. How does the joke work for Otakon? Because you got to remember that there is like a relationship tension between Snake and Otakon. So we want to represent that a little bit in Snake and Otakon, like as our casting. We have Kermit fit as Snake so that we can make Miss Piggy into Liquid Snake because it's incredibly funny. Yeah, Dr. Teeth is like, he's got like the big smile. I don't remember, he's kind of just like a big stoner, right? Dr. Teeth. If I remember correctly. Yeah, because he's Dr. Teeth of Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. We have to figure out how he fits. All right, Dr. Gerald Teeth is a gravelly voiced lead singer and keyboardist. He's green skin, red haired. Okay. Scruffy beard, mustache, fur vest, striped shirt. Okay, but like tell me about him. Don't. Oh my god. It's typically grandiose. Gold teeth, golden tones. Welcome to my presence. He often misuses long words and mangles verb conjugation. Okay. Often misuses long words and mangles verb conjugation. Yeah, I don't think that works for an Otakon, honestly. See, I don't think he should be John Scienceman. Revolver Ocelot, however, yeah, that does seem incredibly fun to me. Right now, I've been sitting on like Fozzie Bear as Revolver Ocelot because I think that one would also be pretty funny. Yeah, we do need Dr. Teeth. Dr. Teeth is a really good Muppet for this setting, and I definitely want to encourage you to like throw them out there. See, we could use Dr. Teeth maybe as one of the resistance guys too. Right? Like Dr. Teeth as Kyle Schneider, the leader of the resistance, would be really funny too. Because in the first game we could also make like bit resistance members of the band. Like Dr. Teeth is a character from a later game, so that's why you haven't brought him up yet. Okay, well, tell me, Bogra, what do you think? Like I've got the list of Metal Gear characters open in like the background here. I'm trying not to just like do too much desktop capturing, but like let's slide it out here real quick. Tell me the guy and tell me what game he's in. Save Teeth for Metal Gear Solid 3. Okay. Dr. Teeth is Drebin from Metal Gear Solid 4. See, I've never played Metal Gear Solid 4. Drebin 893. A weapons launderer that is yup. Uh-huh, yup. Yup. I see this immediately. I see this instantly. Frame one. That sounds like a great idea. He injects Snake with nanomachines that allow him to use his weapons. I do know who this character is. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not gonna make like an official listing here, but I'm just gonna be like MGS 4 Drebin, Dr. Teeth for sure. And remember, this doesn't have to be like 100% like canonical unit thing. Because it's really funny also if we cast Kyle Schneider as Dr. Teeth in like for the first game / movie, and then bring him back in Metal Gear Solid 4 as Drebin, and we get like a throwaway like, don't I know you? Nope, never heard of me before. I'm Mom Incognitus. Also because Dr. Teeth just sort of does things without asking. Yeah, because he's got that rock star persona. Yeah, we can definitely just reuse Muppets. We just can't reuse them inside of the same thing, I think is important. Unless unless it becomes a joke, right? Unless like Gonzo is just like every one of the sons of the Patriots. Right? Like if Gonzo is first Psycho Mantis and then he is also Naomi Hunter, that would be very funny. Yeah, clones exist in this universe, so we can spread them out. Don't worry too much about misusing a Muppet in a role. It's just like, do they work for the gags that are presented and available to us by the existence of these Metal Gear characters? Right, is like the way to think about it. At least I think. Okay, we got the Fury. Oh wait, these are Metal Gear Solid 3 characters. That's all the emotions or whatever. We got Vamp. Vamp will be a nightmare for us to deal with eventually. For a second in this art, I thought that Ocelot was just throwing up the horns. Do we have any that's big guys that Sweetums would fit? I don't know that I know who Sweetums is, so I'm gonna do a search. Robin the Frog, Kermit's young sweet-voiced nephew. Loves to spend time with his Uncle Kermit and his best friend Sweetums. Very large, imposing, hairy ogre, about 9 feet tall. Oh, Sweetums is like that big rug with like a nose and eyes and like a big old mouth, right? Pretty sure. Hang on. Yeah, he's this guy. Think he fits better for Vamp? Volgan in 3? Let's not worry about 3. I've never played 3. I don't have the experience to cast 3. I can't make decisions about 3 until we get there, until we play it. Which I know that we're like not doing a Metal Gear game today, and we could be getting that research through the thing, but I just want to start this project. We'll come back, we'll revise the list later, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Don't panic. So let's focus on who we do have. We have Holly White, Gustav Hefner, George Kasler, and Johan Jacobsen. I don't think anybody knows who these people are. Chat, can you tell me without like jumping in here who the hell any of those characters are? Yeah, whomst. I don't know. I don't know who they are at all for even a moment. I'm gonna throw up some music again. Yeah, Gregorian chanting. This seems good. Fozzie as Miller? Now, Kazuhira Miller. What did you do again? This is Metal Gear Solid, right? Oh no, that's Master Miller. He's introduced in Metal Gear 2. Gotta come up here. Yeah. Kazuhira Miller. We haven't played through his game yet, but has. Ambitious mercenary. Second in command, Military Sans Frontiers. Son of a U.S. officer and a Japanese woman. Okay. Kaz is initially characterized as idealistic, believing in MSF's idea of a nation for soldiers free of political ideology. Okay. Following MSF's destruction at the hands of Cypher, Miller becomes embitterment, seeing the concept of a nation for soldiers appropriated by other groups and reduced to being mercenary bands before he's reduced from Soviet forces by Venom Snake, enabling him to help with the new Diamond Dogs. Okay. Large trench coat and a beret, walking with limp, having lost his left leg and right arm. Okay. Okay. I don't know a dang thing about that. Now take that and add Waka Waka. Yeah, Miller's a supporting character for sure. Luminaflare, that is also how my knowledge works. So we are in the same thing here. Okay. Who is Decoy Octopus? I could not tell you. That's why he was really bad at his job. Very not memorable decoy. Did not get baited. Miller is much more prominent in the Big Boss MGS games. So Miller shows up in what, 3 then? What's our take on MGS1 spoilers? MGS1 is such a meme at this point that I'm not worried about it. I do appreciate you being careful about it, though. Peace Walker stuff. Peach Walker? Joke is that he constantly tries to make jokes and they're bad. Sorry, I'm just catching up on chat. Okay, spoiling MGS1's story elements. Or he's so good at his job that we never realized he was there. Okay. Princess Peach Walker. Oh my god, no. No. Banned. None of you are free of sin. Miller is dead in MGS1. It's actually Liquid pretending to be him. Oh my god, Miss Piggy pretending to be Kermit's dead best friend is kind of incredible. Miller pops up in Peach Walker in MGS5, but he essentially appears in MGS1. Okay, so he's in like 1, Peach Walker, and 5? I don't know. Fozzie's like a pretty constant presence, isn't he? Like he's kind of Kermit's best friend, yeah? I don't know if we can burn him there. Maybe. I'm gonna put him on the list. I'm gonna type him in, and we'll see if he sticks. Where's Miller? Master Miller. Fozzie Bear. See, that's what I was thinking, Luminal Flare. I was thinking that Fozzie Bear would be a really good Revolver Ocelot. Oh, wait. Not this tab. Anything but this tab. This tab has to stay where it is. Okay, so... hang on. Revolver Ocelot is probably the most common character in the series. Okay. See, Revolver Ocelot is where I was going to put Kermit. If we cast a human Solid Snake, right? Yeah, I just want quotes. We all know who Revolver Ocelot is. Whatever. Here we go. He's in every numbered game. New Zealand as Ocelot, but he uses fish instead of guns. Maybe, we'll see. You're pretty good. Hang on, I need to get like a Fozzie. Hang on. I'm just gonna do a search for best of Fozzie Bear. Here we go. See, I believe that this is a very good Revolver Ocelot right here. Hang on. Let's do a quick one. Y'all couldn't hear it, but I'm realizing now I've got this in the wrong little browser window. Let me just pull these up for y'all. My frog friend told me that I should use revolvers. So it has come down to it. We're gonna launch that nuke and write it all the way into history. It doesn't feel right to shoot an unarmed man, but I'll get over it. Waka waka. See, this is what's been in my head and heart. So who do we have so far? Yeah, we'll do a. I'll tell you what. As soon as I convince everybody that Fozzie, it looks like I've convinced everybody. Excellent speech, my friend. Gift of the silver tongue. They say it's the mark of a good officer and of a liar. Waka waka. Americans are too in love with the sound of their own voice to speak the truth. Fozzie's fine. Do it. Commit. Okay. All right. Okay. Let me bring the window back up, and we'll get everybody online here. Master Miller is Fozzie Bear. I'm gonna back that one out here. Because we'll still do this, but Revolver Ocelot confirmed Fozzie, right? Yeah, Revolver Fozzelot. Okay. So, Big Boss we have cast with Sam Eagle because he's incredibly serious and very straightforward, and it would be the final battle between Kermit and Sam Eagle would be incredibly fun. I would love that. I think it would be great. Dr. Madnar Petrovich. We didn't cast him, actually. We didn't cast him yet. He does show up later, though, so we'll hold on to that. Kyle Schneider as Dr. Teeth, the resistance leader who only shows up for a couple of things. Like, I think that him being Dr. Teeth would be really fun. I think we could just like cast him really easily. His face would be really good for it. As like the big opposition to Sam Eagle also is very good, and it opens us up to using in like background shots the rest of the band as resistance members, although they never show up in game. Dr. Madnar Bunsen. Oh my goodness, what if we made Beaker and Bunsen Dr. Madnar Petrovich and his daughter? What if Dr. Madnar Petrovich we cast as a Bunsen, and then we cast Beaker as daughter, and we just put Beaker in a wig, so when Snake goes all the way back and rescues her, we just get a as the gratitude message. Minor thought: Big Boss is the protagonist for 3, Peace Walker, Ground Zeroes, and 5. I also think that Sam Eagle is also a good protagonist, because you've got to remember we also had Sam Eagle. I think his best casting was Treasure Island was like the best place that you would put him, and he was not an antagonist in that, and he had a musical number, the Big Blue Wet thing. So I think that he still works. I think he still works as Big Boss. Personally, I do. Yeah, Sam Eagle's a straight man. You can kind of put him wherever. Is that Beaker as Jennifer, who provides you with the rocket launcher because that's in character? They are not the same character. No, Jennifer is not the daughter of Dr. Madnar Petrovich. However, I'm sure that wasn't Fozzie the Big Blue Wet Thing song? Was Fozzie? I thought it was both of them. I thought they were like together. Because like in Treasure Island, Sam Eagle is the admiral, right, or the commodore or whatever, isn't he? He was the second mate. Okay, yeah. And you know, he's still like I think that works for Big Boss in general, right? Sam was the first mate to Kermit the captain. Yeah, I think that's like a good pairing. I think it's proven. He's the first mate who is gone for most of the movie. I mean, that I feel like does describe Big Boss a lot. Kermit the captain, Sam is one of the mates. Yeah, he's in there. You know, like he's an officer, he's a supporting character to Kermit, and I think he fits these roles very well. Especially since Big Boss kind of has to be serious. Yeah, you're still agreeing? Yeah. I'm just talking nebulously in general. I'm not like trying to like corner anybody or anything. His character died very earlier in the book. I could see that. Fozzie was the guy who invested in them. I could maybe. I don't really. I gotta rewatch a lot of Muppet movies, everybody. I didn't think that my Metal Gear arc was also going to be my Muppets arc. This is wild. Fozzie was the guy who hired the crew. No man in my finger hired the crew. The man in my finger hired the crew. Oh my god. Yeah, we gotta watch some Muppets. See, this is why we go back and we review these old things. Wait, which Ocelot does? Hold up. Wait, what? He hired folks. Oh my god, Ocelot does it. Okay, yeah. So we're winning. The man in my arm hired the crew. Everyone, this is transcendent. We're getting so many places here. This is crazy. This is truly a work of beauty that we are creating together. This casting is so perfect. Yeah, the divergence. Yelling. You know what? I'm gonna lock him in. Where's Fozzie? Fozzie's getting the hashes. The hashes of I cannot be changed. I cannot be moved. Just the mental image. I agree. Okay. So we've got Bunsen and Beaker as Dr. Madnar Petrovich. We've got Kyle Schneider as Dr. Teeth. Also, we should add Jennifer, I guess. We should cast somebody as Jennifer, because Jennifer does become important at some point. There was like a fourth codec call frequency in Metal Gear, and I do not know who that was supposed to be. I don't think we ever actually met them. And the Muppets always meant to be the cast of Metal Gear. Is this Kojima's true vision? Maybe. Perhaps. Wish you could stay up for this. Don't worry, the VOD will be available. You won't have the background audio, though, for like a lot of this also. I guess I could turn the music back on. I keep stopping it so that we can like get to whatever. I'm just shuffling my entire music collection, so if the music is ever like so bad you're being distracted, chat, like just complain. But the influencing of fate, the discovery of Muppet Gear destiny. Maybe. Apparently Liz Star has already done this and has a post on co-host. So what we'll end up doing is, unless Liz Star comes back at some point, we're just gonna have to like stack our list up against theirs. This is truly, this is maybe the most important stream I've ever done in my life. I feel like this one is incredible. Truly next level. Okay, so let's talk about these characters. Jennifer gives us a rocket launcher and opens a door. That was like all the interaction we had. There's background audio. There should be, like, some music. I think it should be coming through. Is it not coming through? Rizzo the Rat for Jennifer? Rizzo gets recast a lot, too. So, like, I could see that. Ooh, Rizzo the Rag. Rizzo the Rat? It's very faint. That's kind of the idea, but, like, I can do, like, a little bit of this action right here. I'll bring it up a bit. This bit seems incredible. Said it. Yeah, this bit is going to affect me, like, drawing in my margins for years. You know, this is going to be buck wild. Okay, so Master Miller. We uncast Fozzie for Master Miller for a little bit. For a touch there. Now, we could cast Fozzie as Master Miller without the idea that, like, he would come back and play Revolver Ocelot later. Like, we could make him be both. But I do like the idea of maybe finding somebody else to be Master Miller, because Miller and Revolver show up in the same stuff later. Let's find Master Miller quotes. Let's find Kaz Miller quotes. Kaz Miller cosplay also came up, so let's take a look at that too. I'm gonna drink this person into my brain for a little bit here. Okay, Kaz Miller has the coat. Okay, I recognize this person from playing Metal Gear Solid 5, but I don't remember them. They had like a really good back and forth with the cheeseburger, right? Kazuhiro Miller quotes. Let's see. Oh my god, Kaz is the why are we still here just to suffer person? Huh? Cypher sent us to hell, but we're going even deeper. Take back everything that we lost. Kaz, I'm already a demon. Huh? At least in the Muppet movie, Rolf's like, I feel like Rolf as Master Miller might be really good. I think that might be incredible. Miller and Ocelot are basically your main support staff in 5. Yeah, yeah. Rizzo just hands over a rocket launcher. Rizzo gets his team of rats to get the rocket launcher in position, you know? Rolf would be a great pick because he's historically older than Kermit as the first Muppet. And Piggy impersonating him in MGS1 would be wild. Okay. I recognize the concept of Ralph. In general. Somebody said that there was like another host character. Who was the other Muppet host that isn't Kermit? Somebody already mentioned them. Who was that again? Because I feel like that would also be like a funny Muppet dichotomy. Clifford, who does not strike any bells to me. Clifford in the Muppets at Disney World. Lavender-colored catfish face sunglasses character created to be the bassist for Solid Foam. Okay. Okay. I gotta search Clifford Muppet. Oh, this guy. I don't remember him at all. Let's go to the Muppet Wiki. First appeared in 1989 on the Jim Henson Hour before being selected to host Muppets Tonight in 1996. Okay. Got a Rasta feel. Okay. Okay. Clifford is a humanoid Muppet, much the same vein as Scooter. Okay. Okay. I do not remember this character even slightly, which is wild to me. Let's see. Large role in Muppets from Space. The Muppet Boarding House's expert on all things cool. Okay. Dr. Teeth could be a good Miller. We've already got Dr. Teeth cast as two other characters, so I'd like to avoid Dr. Teething anybody. Rolf and Victor Borge. Historically older than Kermit. Okay. I don't know who Dr. Borge is. Yeah, Dr. Teeth we already have as Kyle Schneider. And we also have him as Drebin. However, I could recast Kyle Schneider with anybody in an instant, right? So maybe this is a place to put Clifford, just to vary up our Muppets, because we've got enough, you know? Right? And also that makes Kyle Schneider the head of the resistance against Outer Heaven, a cool guy instead of a comedy guy. And I think that would play really well with Kermit. Kermit and Rizzo as like our other things. Rolf does a duet. Dr. Borge was a comedic pianist. Maybe. Okay. Miller doesn't turn up chronologically after MGS1, so him being Drebin is fine. Yeah, I think it's fine to let him be Kyle Schneider for sure, but like we've also got this character that is important to Muppets lore, but kind of I don't remember him at all, and I used to be a huge Muppet fan. I watched so much Muppets as a kid, right? Muppets is super influential to like my sense of humor in the abstract, so like I don't know, this feels appropriate that Kyle Schneider be a very important and cool character that we all kind of forget. Who's Launch? Have we considered the Swedish Chef for anybody? I've kind of got Swedish Chef as in my pocket as like I don't know. He's such a one-note character, unfortunately, right? And like so many of the characters in Metal Gear are very nuanced. Because like we could also make Kyle Schneider the Swedish Chef. Like that's a role that we could use. You know, this is the only version of the Muppets we got in Croatia. Oh, really? That's wild. Damn, Shin, we gotta Muppet you up because Muppets were very funny. I think Dr. Teeth is Miller because his talking mannerisms really fit well with how Miller monologues about things. Maybe. I know for a little bit we talked about Miller with the idea of making him Fozzie Bear too, because like Miller also tries to do like monologue things, but Miller's kind of intense. Only ever saw the Muppets in Space. I don't think I ever saw Muppets in Space. Steel Shin, I'm so sorry about your tired, sheltered, Muppetless life. We can fix you. Yeah. Like, the Swedish Chef needs to show up, but, like, where he shows up is kind of immaterial. Yeah, so Psycho Mantis, the only rule that we have is, like, he cannot be Gonzo. He just can't. Because Gonzo has to be Sniper Wolf. Because of the chickens. Like, actually. Semi-related, my Nana was always a real chatterbox, but the one time she told everyone to stop talking is when the Muppets came on. That's amazing, Final Gamer James. Yes, Psycho Chef. Swedish Chef is one of the rogues gallery. Yeah. I feel like Swedish Chef needs to be a rogues gallery character. You know, Swedish Chef would be a good flame trooper. But instead of like him having a flamethrower, he's got an oven. Yeah, and then he can return as another bit villain in a later game. Correct, Final Gamer James. Beaker would be amusing at Psycho Mantis. I think that Beaker would be. See, that's the problem with Psycho Mantis, though, is that like Psycho Mantis has a lot of dialogue, and I would like to not reduce all of his dialogue to Hindishburger burger beeg burger or beep 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 beep. Right? I don't think that those are like appropriate things to do to the character that is Psycho Mantis, because like Psycho Mantis was like a character that like you needed to be able to hear, especially with his bit about like predicting the future and like all that stuff, you know. Yeah, he shows up in Metal Gear Solid 5, Ground Zeroes, Phantom Pain. Like, I don't think that we can just Beaker him. Does Psycho Mantis really need lots of dialogue in this adaptation? Maybe not. I just don't feel like it's an appropriate place to put him, though. is like the thing, because we have like some amazing characters. What if Walter was Psycho Mantis? Hmm. What if we made Statler and Waldorf into Psycho Mantis? Just like sorry, not Walter, Waldorf. My bad. Hmm. Like, I feel like that would be a really strong one. Yeah, it's a funny mental, like, that's the thing though, is that like turning any character into Beaker, into Swedish Chef, instantly makes them very funny, right? No matter what. Yeah. If you like Statler and Waldorf roasting you over your video games choices would be really good, right? Swedish Chef is the main antagonist of Metal Gear Solid 5, so all of the monologuing is immediately 3,000 times better. See, I don't think it's better though. I think that is a way for fans of the series existingly to really enjoy it, but I think that if I was doing an adaptation, that choice would gate off all of this knowledge and reference to anybody who is not already a fan, right? I think that it is too reductive to use him for characters that have a lot of monologuing and dialogue. Swedish Chef as quiet. Also, no, I don't think that would be good. I don't think that would be good either. I swear I am not a Swedish Chef hater. It is just that you cannot take your main characters and bork them. It is like one of the problems. Swedish Chef is Senator Armstrong. Maybe? Like you see Swedish Chef as the Robo Dog, maybe. Right? Yeah, Swedish Chef is quiet, but that would be infuriating. Well, I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't know, because then Swedish Chef never talks is like the thing. Although Swedish Chef cradling a sniper rifle, mumbling to himself, like, might be amazing instead of the like humming that you normally get when she's lining up like the sniper rifle, right? That might be kind of incredible. So actually, hang on, I want to grab this like the Swedish Chef as quiet thing. Let's grab this real quick. We'll come back to it. I don't hate it anymore. I don't hate it. I think it would be really funny. It'd be really funny as a gameplay idea, but like I don't know if it'd be really good as a movie, like media idea. Okay. All right. The reason Quiet doesn't talk is because the Bullshitian parasite stops her talking English. Oh my god, maybe. Still think Swedish Chef is the bit bosses would work more because you want to. Well, so if we do a lot of these guys as Metal Gear, like the first like movies or characters, I think that we can recast them because a lot of them are going to be like 10 or 15 or whatever is going to be like some stuff. Swedish Chef is the weird calls from Campbell in Metal Gear Solid 2. Maybe Campbell becomes Swedish Chef like over time in Metal Gear Solid 2. Right, that would be a place we could use that bit. Yo, Caswisher, thanks for the follow. Parasite, whatever. Every Metal Gear is instead a giant chicken. Oh, 100%. 100%. That went without saying. like we have to be very honestly, I feel like we have to be more careful about where we put Swedish Chef or Beaker with like stuff because they are capable of one joke, right? And their joke is their voice. So if you take a very serious character and you reduce them really exceptionally to these guys, then like, yes, that works, but it is incredibly reductive. It is like saying this character doesn't really need to be here. It is taking every bit of dialogue that's been written for that character, crumpling into a ball, and throwing it away. Which is why, like, Kyle Schneider, we could Swedish Chef him instantly. Flame Trooper, Swedish Chef, right? I'm actually going to switch that order around. There's a reason that these characters very rarely hold a thing. Beaker as the end, that would also be kind of funny. But we have other old men Muppets that we could choose that would like be better, right? The problem is that like you can put these characters anywhere and they are incredibly good. Yeah, so Quiet works really well actually for Swedish Chef or Beaker because we never do need to hear them talk because they don't talk. Yeah, we got old Tom, real Tom, and dead Tom. Like, yeah, oh my god, those three playing as the end in Metal Gear Solid 3 would be amazing, actually. We could just use all three of them because he could just age over the course of his appearances. Like, see, like, that's where we need to go here. That right there. That's the attitude. I don't want to focus on Metal Gear Solid 3, though, because it's got a lot going on, and I haven't played it. But like I'm just gonna make a note here. The end, old Tom, real old Tom, and dead Tom. Right? Like all three of those we could do together. Yeah, the only problem is that Beaker needs to be with Dr. Bunsen. Yeah, they're a duo character. That's why making Statler and Waldorf into Psycho Mantis is kind of hard somehow. Because like that is a two character cast, but I do think it would be really funny. Right? Right? I think that Statler and Waldorf would be very funny as a thing, purely because they roast your quotes. So if we go Psycho Mantis quotes, right? Can we read them in a way that is funny for Statler and Waldorf? No, this is the Metal Gear wiki. We don't want this. Psycho Mantis game quotes. Game detection quotes. Memory card readings. Here we go. Verbally mentioned by their title: Azure Dreams, Castlevania Symphony of the Night, Suikoden. Let's see. Vandal Hearts, but only the non-NTSC version, I guess. Poi Poi. McMahon to say you like action games as long as you have two or more of these titles in your memory cards. You know? Action cards? Where'd you get into this video game? This game's about not doing action. Right? Like I could see that being a thing, but again, it's like two characters. Walter would fit well for Raiden. Hang on, I gotta look up Walter Muppet. I gotta know who this is. Oh. Yeah. Walter would be an incredible Raiden, actually. Also, Walter singing the song, Am I a man or am I a Muppet? As he's like looking into mirrors with his like half cyborg face would be incredible. If I'm a man, then I'm a Muppet of a man. Right? Like I could see this being like a pair. Am I a Muppet or am I a cyborg? A random character in Metal Gear Solid 3 who just looks like Raiden? I mean, probably. Eventually, Walter versus Senator Sweetums. Ooh, Shrike, that's powerful. That's mean types of good. Also, I'm sure that I just clipped the hell out of my mic by singing at my actual singing volumes. I want to stay out of like these other games though, because if we're making the entire Metal Gear Muppets universe, that's one thing. Right, but also, like, they made these games in order, and Muppets was operating at the same time, so they would probably make these Muppet movies in orders, and they'll recast. They're very upfront with the idea that their Muppets are actors, and these are stage productions, right, and that, like, there's kind of less stakes. But I think Walter as, Raiden is really good. I think Walter Raiden is an incredible casting. And that's also Metal Gear Solid 2. I'm just gonna put it in. Fuck it. I'm not filling out the list, but I'm putting it in there because it's really good. Also 4. Yeah, he does show up somewhere in 4. I'm not super worried about it. Maybe I should have used like a spreadsheet for this. Yeah. Sometimes inspiration strikes as a Muppet who fits really well. Yeah, that's totally fine. I do love it. I just don't want us to like think about it because we're thinking about these main characters, and we really need to fill out some of these like minor characters, right? And we can just say, oh, some rats, some chickens, or like whatever, but we need to resolve these guys. We really do. I'm not gonna like worry about casting some of these guys because we could just let them be their own original characters. Oh wait, we've got like what was his name? Like Machine Gun Mike or whatever. Actually, hang on. What were the Metal Gear bosses? Let's cast them. Let's add them. The original Metal Gear. MSX2 bosses. Yeah, MG Neo Seeker forums. Let's go. So we got Shoot Gunner. God, that's such a dumb name. Shoot Gunner or Shot Maker. We have Machine Gun Kid. He's just boss 2. Twin Shot, we've already got in there. Wait, Twin Shot? The hell? We never fought that guy. He was we never saw him, we never fought him. That's crazy. The tank is just a tank. We're not gonna worry about that. Just Pepe the bit bosses. It's all Pepe. Yeah, all the bit bosses could just be Pepe. It'd be fine. Best thing about Shoot Gunner, that's also the JP name. I believe that. Bulldozer. Yeah, we dealt with this. Bloody Brad. I don't know who Bloody... Oh, I remember who Bloody Brad was. Yeah, he's an idiot. Then there was Dirty Duck. Dirty Duck, I think, could be Gonzo. I think Gonzo would be like a really funny one. The guy hiding behind hostages being Gonzo. I think we could cast Gonzo there. Also, his hostages could be chickens. An important question that will change some of your thoughts. Are we doing Metal Gear Acid 1 and 2? I will be playing them because they are Metal Gear games, if that's your question. However, for casting purposes, I don't even know where they show up in the release order. Yeah, we're sticking with canon for the movies, and again, like, if I don't have, like, these guys, the movies listed, right, I don't want to go beyond Metal Gear Solid. Metal Gear Solid is where I want to cap everybody's imaginations. Please stop thinking about 3, 4, 5, Acid, Peace Walker, Peach Walker. Just banish them from your memory. We will recast people, or we will change it when we get there. This document is living. This document is going to be living for like 2 years while we play all these games. Acid are also batshit. They're deck builders, so they're probably the ones I'm least excited to play. But anyway, Dirty Duck is Gonzo, maybe. I'm leaving that in there. I'm gonna Control X this, put it down here in the appearance order. Twin Shot. never even fought him. Supercomputer. The hell is this? Yeah, we never fought Supercomputer either. Ooh, what? This was a thing? Might be bosses from the NES games. They could be bosses from the NES game. Yeah, I'm looking at the color palette in these screenshots, and this looks like the NES game, actually. Yeah. Every game has them, so does this game. Here are the bosses and directions to beat them. Some characters have different names in the MSX2 version. So I guess they're in the MSX2 version, but, like, we just never encountered them. MG Twin Shot. Who the hell is this? Metal Gear Wiki, tell me. Okay. Okay, they are exclusive to the Nintendo Entertainment System version of Metal Gear, so they are fake. They replace the hind. Okay, so they're the helicopter. And that's why they get grenaded. Okay. So let's see, who else do we have? Metal Gear. Who's the other one? Supercomputer. Boss. What the hell is this? Oh, this is Genshin Impact. Fuck off, Genshin Impact. Yeah, Supercomputer and Big Boss. You know who's not listed in this? They didn't even bother to list the Metal Gear. Yeah. So this replaced the Metal Gear. They just had you blow up a computer in the NES version. So both of these guys honestly can just go. Yeah, they're dead. They're gone. Okay, so that's a chicken for sure. Okay, figured it out. The AL 1995 plus tax. Luminaflare, I appreciate your hustle. You were correct, but we're gonna throw it out because the NES game, not canon, not counting it. Muppet Labs Gorilla Detector. Okay, all right, hang on. Hold up. Solid state. God. See, Bunsen works on his own. I don't think Beaker does. Is maybe like the biggest issue. Mm-hmm. Oops, hang on. Autoplay's on. Stop that. Stop it. Stop it. Cease. All right. Okay. I know the Muppets are so good. I love them so much. Yeah, Beaker can work on his own. I suppose. If you don't need a character to like say any real words, he for sure works. Okay. Okay, so we've got Dr. Madnar Petrovich as Bunsen, and Beaker as his daughter. Kyle Schneider is the Swedish chef. Wait, no. Kyle Schneider, we're making Clifford. Swedish chef is going to be Flame Trooper, 100%. That boss fight would be very funny. Rizzo the Rat can be Jennifer. I like that. We've got Shoot Gunner, Machine Gun Kid, Bloody Brad. I don't think these guys matter. Dirty Duck as Gonzo would be fine, I guess. I think Pepe. Actually, Pepe being just threatened with a missile launcher by Kermit the Frog into leaving would be a really funny bit, right? Unless you can think of a... Wait. We gotta make Bloody Brad Sweetums, because what did Bloody Brad do other than just be tough? You know? Pepe the Shrimp would be a really good Machine Gun Kid. And then Shoot Gunner was our jailer, right? And his power was he had a gun. Yeah, Pepe is out, man. But also giving Pepe like an MG42 and just telling him like, "Hey man, shoot it." He would have such a good time. He'd be so fun. Yeah, Sweetums would just be like in the way of the doors. And it would be a moment where Kermit would just be like, if you don't move, I'm gonna have to make you move, right? You know, Sweetums would like look at him with big surprised eyes, like, whoa. And then Kermit would pull out the missile launcher, and he'd just kind of go, and then he'd leave. That's how that scene would go down. It'd be great. Out of the way, kid. Sam Eagle was Shoot Gunner if he wasn't already taken. Yeah, no, Sam Eagle has to be our big boss. I'm sorry. He's got a lot of dialogue. He's a very good straight man. And putting him in a trench coat is hilarious. Animal would be a good Machine Gun Kid. I would do Animal. Animal would also be very good as a Machine Gun Kid. Animal is currently our Gray Fox at the moment. Oh, I guess I should add him to the first list here. Because like so Gray Fox shows back up later in Metal Gear Solid, right? And Gray Fox or Animal as a psychotic cyborg ninja would be really funny. Let's see, Pepe firing that machine gun only to have him fly into the ceiling after the first shot. Yes, he just like scoots him off stage because he's like holding the trigger down or whatever. Bullets Barker as Shoot Gunner? Is Bullets Barker a Muppet? Hang on. Oh, that's Billets. What if I spelled it right? Bullets Barker isn't showing up in the list of Muppets. What about Barker? Do you mean Beaker? Bullets Beaker? Oh. Bullets Barker comes to the Sheriff Link Hogthrob in a Western-themed bear on patrol. I recognize this Muppet now that I've seen him. Yeah, I can easily put this guy in as Shoot Gunner. Bullet Barker. Absolutely. I'm just gonna put him in. I'm just gonna put him in. I don't think there needs to be a lot of discussion about it. He's so good. Yeah, this is a good choice for bit part for bit Muppet. 100%. Well, like that's the thing is he's not even so much a bit Muppet as like he's got a gun and he uses it or threatens to use it is just really good for a guy named Shoot Gunner. That's really good. I'm into that. That's a very good suggestion. Very solid. 10 out of 10. Reducing all those other tabs down. Lumina Flare, 10 out of 10. I also want to take a look here for Link Hogthrob. Link Hogthrob is a blonde, cleft-chin pig with a high opinion of himself in The Muppet Show. I'm going to just paste it into a new tab over here in Chrome. Take a look at this together. Primarily relegated to the Pigs in Space sketches. I mean, he showed regularly, I suppose. Let's see. I Talk to the Trees. Okay, well let's get a good sample of this guy, huh? Get in here. I Talk to the Trees. Muppet. I'm gonna be honest. Visuals alone, this guy's an excellent Revolver Ocelot. Let's get a better window into Link Hogthrob stuff. Yeah, we went with Walter. We went with Walter for Raiden. We have to cast Hogthrob. Hogthrob needs to go somewhere. We've got to cast this guy somewhere. He has to go in this list. Senator Armstrong? Volgan or Armstrong? Hot, cold. No, you know what? I'm going to stop myself. I want to cast him as Armstrong, but I think that we need to go back and stop ourselves at Metal Gear Solid. Where in Solid would we put this guy? Vulcan Raven? Now, I had Sam Eagle as Vulcan Raven, but I think that this character is possible. I think we could bump him. Yeah, the throbbing ones are locked in. Like, we won't be changing them. It is impossible to change my mind unless you do an incredible job of changing my mind. Right? Oops. Hang on, I'm gonna lock in a few more. Just to keep us from, like, changing things too much. Bobo the Bear as Colonel Campbell is amazing to me. Yo, what about Hogthrob as Psycho Mantis? Is there a character that makes fun of people that is not two characters but is instead one character? Decoy Octopus? Let's look up Decoy Octopus real quick. I don't remember this guy. Hogthrob is too himbo for Mantis. I could see that, yeah. Yeah, Decoy Octopus just impersonates the DARPA chief. I think that's why I don't remember him at all. It just comes up when you beat the guy. Hogthrob could be Decoy Octopus because he's the most useless member of Foxhound. But there might be better choices. Yeah, I feel like Hogthrob is too good of a character to waste on that. This early. I'm gonna pencil him in, but we won't ink him in. Because, like, I remember Vulcan Raven had, I mean, he's got big bird energy, you know, first and foremost, right? Let's pull up some Sam Eagle quotes. Let's pull up a little bit of Sam Eagle, because I feel like Sam Eagle is made for this, and where we put him is really important. We've actually cast Walter as Raiden in for the later games, JT Jag. I see what you're putting down, and I do agree with it, but like, I'm sorry, Walter Raiden is just too strong. I cannot ignore the power of that. The randomly inserted new character that's kind of generic. Yeah, that's Raiden. That's Raiden, all right. Sam the Eagle does have big boss energy since he's essentially running the Muppet Theater and can pull the plug at any time. Right, exactly. I guess Big Boss comes back later, so we can't really use him as Vulcan Raven without causing some like weird brain problems. So Vulcan Raven also looks good with his shirt off, so that's a point for Hogthrob. If I can be real about it. At least if I remember who he is. Hang on. Vulcan Raven. Wields giant Vulcan cannon, has shamanic powers of intuition seen in Metal Gear Solid. Able to discern Solid Snake's heritage and was present in Outer Heaven prior to his involvement in Liquid Snake's Foxhound unit. White Snake first in a tank and second in a freezer. Yeah, I could see Vulcan Raven being Hogthrob for sure. Like Hogthrob is Vulcan Raven because of the big himbo energy. See, I agree because I remember Vulcan Raven being like kind of a positive figure in some ways. Like he's working for the terrorists to sell a Foxhound for sure, but at the same time, it's like a whole situation. Decoy Octopus. I don't think he's ever seen. Hang on, Decoy Octopus. True face. Yeah, Metal Gear Wiki. Here we go. Let's visit his page. Yeah, he only shows up as Donald Anderson. Oh my god, he's a white guy and he disguises himself as a black guy, so that's an issue. I think that Decoy Octopus, we could just make a human cast. Let us just cast a person who would be very funny. I don't think we need to waste a Muppet on him. Yeah, you only ever meet him while he's impersonating somebody. I think that we should just make him a real-ass actor. I think that we should just try to cast any actor for him. I do not think he's important enough to take up a Muppet. I'm in fact gonna lock that one in. Yeah, David Hasselhoff. Yeah, doing blackface is something. Samuel L. Jackson. Yeah, like any actor. Any actor, because this is effectively the DARPA president. Right? He'll show up dead later and it'll be really funny. Billy D. Williams. You know, we could cast him. Fuck. The voice... I forget who voiced Darth Vader, but I'd cast him. It'd be great. You weren't suggesting Hasselhoff? I am. I'm suggesting Hasselhoff as the DARPA president. Why not? Screw it. Dan Costello, whoever just does a different Simpsons voice. Are you casting a Johnny? Who is Johnny? Oh, Johnny Sasaki. I don't know what he does. We haven't played through Metal Gear Solid yet, but I'm willing to like be spoiled and stuff. Skimming the Muppets, and Hasselhoff has a literal Muppet. I believe it. Ramekin also suggesting Hasselhoff. Okay, I'm into it. Mm-hmm. Johnny is a man that... Oh, is Johnny the toilet man? Is Johnny the guy who's taking a shit? Because I know in Metal Gear Solid 4, there's the guy who is not like genetically enhanced and he has bowel problems. I remember that. He's the non-genome soldier. He does come with Metal Gear Solid 4. Is that the same guy? That's the same guy. The same guy who has bowel problems. All right, is there a Muppet who's famous for shitting? Is that a thing? Dr. Julius Strangepork. Hello, back from ramen. How goes? Yo, Lizstar. I'm gonna break it down. We're 2 hours in, so hey everybody, if you've been enjoying this for 2 hours and you haven't followed yet, please hit that button. That would be great. But let's see. Okay, so the ones that are in hashtags, Lizstar, are the ones that are locked in 100%. This is who we're choosing. right? Cannot be convinced unless you do something incredible, right? So we've got Big Boss has to be Sam Eagle. I'm aware that Big Boss comes back later and Sam Eagle continues to just be the perfect character for it. Solid Snake, we're making him Kermit. He could be like a human character, I guess, but Kermit just works really well for all the relationships that we're going to build over the length of this series, and there's no meat person actor that I could cast to do that since he recurs so hard. Gray Fox, we've decided to make him Animal, because Animal is a very funny bit part for later in Metal Gear Solid when Gray Fox is now just like a feral murder ninja, and having Animal go nuts and like break everything is really funny. And then seeing Gray Fox is because you only meet him one time when you untie him and he tells you something, right? Animal's like pretty good for this. Dr. Madnar Petrovich, we have him cast as Bunsen for now, because it's really funny later to reveal that the daughter that you're rescuing after some backtracking is Beaker. And the idea of Beaker doing like a full and like thank youing Solid Snake for rescuing them is very funny. Kyle Schneider, we have Clifford, who was the like original host for like the Muppet Experience or whatever that spinoff thing was, or the original show, or like whatever it was. Because Kyle Schneider is an important character, but like doesn't matter. He doesn't show up super often, so we can just like spend him there because like nobody remembers him. Jennifer, whose role is opens a door and gives you a missile launcher, we have cast Rizzo the Rat, which I think is honestly like really good, because Rizzo the Rat is the Muppet that would give you a missile launcher. Shoot Gunner is Bullet Barker. He's a bit character who has guns, and that is just who he's going to be. The Machine Gun Kid, I'm pretty locked in on Pepe the Shrimp, because it would be a funny thing to like introduce him for the boss fight, have him fire the machine gun, and then fall over defeated because the machine gun was too big for him. Would be very funny. We have Bloody Brad, the two door guards that have to be defeated with the missile launcher. Sweetums is really funny for that, because it could just be like a silent exchange where Kermit simply threatens him with the missile launcher, and Sweetums just isn't paid enough for this and leaves. Does that mean Rizzo is Drebin? No. Dr. Teeth we cast as Drebin, but we'll get to that. That's like 6 games in the future. Can we please focus on Metal Gear to Metal Gear Solid? I love you all, but like please stop skipping 8 games into the future. I have cast Dirty Duck as Gonzo, because Gonzo keeping hostages is very funny to me. Drebin strikes me as a very funny actual human. Could be really good. Are you going to have recast later down the way? Yeah. This is a living document. This is in no way like super finished or whatever. As we play through the games and remember new things, we'll come back and we'll argue with greater vigor about a lot of these. So like, don't think I'm shutting discussion down anybody, but like, I am dying to please stop talking about Metal Gears 4. That is like the one that I never ever played because I never had the console for it. So like that'll be a thing. Chef can play Flame Trooper, and then also something down the way. Yeah, Lizstar, exactly. Lizstar, what is your suggestion for Swedish Chef? Because so far the Swedish Chef has been suggested for every character, because the Swedish Chef is a very funny joke, but I maintained that characters like Beaker and Swedish Chef you have to be really careful for. Yeah, can't do it. Cannot cast him as Swedish Chef because he has too much important dialogue. However, I think if you turn Psycho Mantis into 2 characters that work together and take Statler and Waldorf and make them Psycho Mantis, that would be incredibly funny. Swedish Chef as Mantis Swedish Chef as anyone is funny is the problem. like a Swedish Chef as Solid Snake is very funny. This is a sneaking mission. And like you can't do that. You can't just do it. Statler and Waldorf would be the Patriots as a whole. This is Metal Gear Solid 3, which I haven't seen yet, which maybe. Like the problem is that if you bork anything, it's funny in this setting. Swedish Chef's model reminds you of Colonel Roy Campbell. Yeah, but unfortunately, if you take every single piece of information that is given by Colonel Roy Campbell and you throw it in the garbage, you don't got a lot of Metal Gear anymore. That's a bad movie. I'm sorry. Swedish Chef does not work as Roy Campbell. They're not just 3, they're basically every Metal Gear Solid game, if you recall correctly. Right. But they're do they appear as characters? Like, often? Is that a thing? Swedish Chef as Quiet. Yeah, Swedish Chef as Quiet is where we currently have him set. However, we're also going to put him in as Flame Trooper, because instead of having a flamethrower, just fighting a guy in a kitchen with his, like, stove turned up really high is really funny. You had Ralph as Roy Campbell. Ralph is a good Roy Campbell. I don't think that that's a bad pick, Liz Star. I don't think that that is inappropriate in any way. The reason we have Bobo the Bear is because we pulled up some videos of Bobo the Bear being a security guard, and it's just a really good dynamic. Like, when Colonel Campbell can't tell you something, him just being kind of a jerk about it is really funny. The Metal Gear, because it's a set piece, we're just gonna make it a chicken. We're gonna make it a chicken in a funny hat, or like with a missile launcher strapped to it that's just like really big. Master Miller is where we put Ralph, maybe. We think Ralph would be a good Master Miller, because he's like, so he could play a serious and somber character but still keep it light, right? Also, the accompaniment of like a sad piano all the time would be really good. I think Ralph would do very well as Master Miller. And it also, I would argue that Colonel Campbell as a character is mostly just like voice and dialogue, whereas Master Miller in 5, especially in the future, is much more of a character. Also, the idea that our pick for Liquid Snake, Miss Piggy, is impersonating Ralph is also just diamonds. It's solid gold as like a subversion later on. We have all these guys from Metal Gear 2. I don't think we can cast them at the moment, because I have no idea who these people are. I don't know what they do, and they never show up again, ever. They show up in Metal Gear 2 on the MSX, and they just kind of like, yeah, they're not important. So, like, burning an important Muppet on them is kind of like a bad idea. If anything, I would maybe just make all of these human actors also. Hang on, we're getting to it. We're getting to it, Shrek. I'm going down the list. So Liquid Snake is Miss Piggy. There is no other choice. If Kermit is our Solid Snake, Liquid Snake has to be Miss Piggy, because it's incredibly funny. It is so good. What are we playing tomorrow and Friday? Tomorrow is Thursday. It'll be Dave the Diver, almost certainly. Friday, fuck, I don't know. I don't plan my schedule out this well. That's why I don't put a schedule out. Fozzie with a pig arm. Not Fozzie with a pig arm that hates him. So Revolver Ocelot we have as Fozzie Bear. Fozzie needs to be an important character that shows up a lot and needs to have sort of like a friendly rivalry relationship with Kermit. So Fozzie is a very obvious choice. And also taking Revolver Ocelot and adding the attitude of a bad showman who tells bad jokes to an audience that doesn't like him is also really good. Big Bird. Are you talking like Sesame Street, or was there a Muppet that was Big Bird? Is Big Bird a Muppet? The other option you can think of for the bit parts like that is consistently having a single Muppet play all of them. Especially, yeah, like Rizzo or Pepe. Yeah, I could see that. Could you imagine Fozzie with the pig arm doing the evil hand joke? I could, and that's why I'm casting him there. We went over this as canonically working the same way as Muppet Treasure Island. No, that's silly. The man in my finger hired the crew versus the pig in my arm hired the mercenaries. Exactly. Sesame Street. He sure is. I want to avoid using Sesame Street characters in this, unless it's like a particularly really good deal. Sesame Street are Muppets. I respect that, but there is a part of me that doesn't want to take Sesame Street and attach it to this thing that is about like death, nuclear weapons, and soldiers without a political ideology. Like that sounds like a thing. And the Fraggles are Muppets. Like I don't want to do that, because those were shows that were for children, right? And I respect what y'all are talking about, and I like what you're picking up and putting down, but there is a part of me that really doesn't want to put a gun in Big Bird's hand in a way that would be unironic. You know? Muppet Show gang only. I would like to stick to them there. Rigel and the pilot of Farscape are Muppets. Okay, I see that. It's extra licensing. I wouldn't worry about that. I'm never going to get the license from Disney to do this anyway, or Konami, so this is all for fun. It feels too out of brand for Sesame Street. It just feels bad to me, right? Because, like, I would need to take then the canonical 4 to 5-year-old that is Elmo and find a place to put Elmo in the Metal Gear universe that is not Sunny. And I don't like it. I just don't like it. I don't like anything about this. It feels really bad on my teeth. So like I'm gonna say we can avoid them, you know? You had Elmo as Raiden. We chose Walter as Raiden. But hang on, let me keep going down the list. Let me keep going down the list because we can justify these things. Okay. So Psycho Mantis, we're still working on. Psycho Mantis, right now I think that Statler and Waldorf is good because we could do the bit gag about him roasting your choice of video games. Would be funny. I think we could do that. Sniper Wolf we have as Gonzo. Sniper Wolf would be a really funny Gonzo because putting a big pair of tits on Gonzo is fun. And also he has control of the chickens, which would be synonymous with Sniper Wolf's control of the wolves. And after that, we could all do the jokes and like the good stuff with all of that. I think it would be really good. We are absolutely going to put Gonzo into the jumpsuit with the open split like down to the navel for sure. 1,000% also. Let's see. For Vulcan Raven, we cast Hogthrob, which is a character that somebody remembered existed, and I think would be really good because Vulcan Raven is a big himbo. Hogthrob is kind of a big himbo. He's sort of like a Kirk stand-in, and I think that that's powerful and like works very well. Meryl Silverberg we cast with Annie Sue, which was a bit part rival to Miss Piggy, which gives us a reason to have Liquid Snake make faces and go, "Ah!" while Solid Snake is like looking at Annie Sue, trying to remember her features when we have to identify her as a Genome Soldier guard in the future, right? So that works really fun. That is a really good bit. Naomi Hunter, we have cast as Janice, who is one of Dr. Teeth's bandmates. And I think it's a really good pick. She's a Valley girl. She's canonically all about healthy living. And Naomi Hunter has one really solid monologue about why you shouldn't smoke cigarettes and why it gives you cancer and goes into the science about it. And I think it would be really funny to do that in a big Valley girl accent. So that's where that casting lives. Mei Ling, we have not made a decision about. I understand what you're talking about with Cookie Monster, but I don't really remember enough about May's importance to the plot to, like, I think give her a role hard at the moment. So then we've got Johnny Sasaki, the guy who shits himself, and that was where you sort of walked in. Gray Fox is, again, animal right now, I think is funny. I would take that. Natasha, Kenneth Baker, Jim Houseman, I don't remember any of these guys. I don't remember anything about what they do. And then we start to get into the other Metal Gear games, and I feel like, if you'll pardon my cynicism, I feel like Metal Gear Solid 2, less people remember. I think fewer people played it somehow. Metal Gear Solid 3, I haven't played it. The only gag we've got here is that for the end, we have Old Tom, Real Old Tom, and Dead Tom, right? All three together, and they will play one guy. It'll be really funny. Dr. Teeth, we have as Drebin, because Dr. Teeth just kind of does stuff, and he mispronounces words, which mispronouncing words that Drebin would use is really funny, or uses them incorrectly. We again have Raiden coming back to reprise Walter, or Walter coming back to reprise Raiden, because he's really good. And, like, again, Rising Revengeance, Walter versus anybody is really, really good. I love the idea of using Walter for Raiden, because he was like kind of this like guy who came out of character, and it came out of nowhere. Nobody knew who he was. Everybody expected the show to be about Kermit, right? But it is instead about Walter. He just fits so perfectly thematically between both series. Crazy Harry should be Fat Man. I have to look up Crazy Harry. I'm gonna do it though. Crazy. I think I can just get there. I bet. I did. I got there straight there. Oh, there's no text on this page. Hang on, I gotta search for him. Crazy Harry Muppet. Crazy. Oh. Oh, I didn't capitalize. That's what I didn't do. Crazy Harry is the explosives guy. Should be Fat Man from Metal Gear Solid 2. All right. I would like us to avoid casting for Metal Gear Solid 2 and later, because these are the games that I don't have any knowledge about. I have not played them. It was when I sort of like became a I don't know. I just like fell off the Metal Gear stars. Oh, no, don't worry about it, Lizstar. We've just been dealing with this a lot where people are like, we're trying to cast characters in Metal Gear, right? And people are like, oh, but in Metal Gear Solid 5. And I'm just like, you have to stop thinking about it. Chat, please. But like, that's where we're at. That's where we're at, Lizstar. And I know that like I seem to have cut your list pretty hard by saying I don't want to use Sesame Street characters, but I'm pretty hard and firm on that. I don't want to use characters for children's media specifically like hard in this. And I know that like the Muppets are arguably children's media, but they were counterculture. Punished Venom Snake, but not for now. Wait a minute, hang on. JT Jag, you said something. I'm reading through a very small text window. Where are we putting Constantine, Kermit's evil twin? Yeah, that would be Punished Snake. That would easily be Punished Snake. That's fine. Yeah, we can have different lists for sure, Lizstar. Absolutely. Let's see. Muppets are family media, general media. They were never specifically for kids. This works fine keeping it Muppet Show only. Yeah, Final Gamer James. Absolutely. Also, there's so many. Cause like yeah, they were a variety show for sure. Exactly. Yeah, Jim Henson specifically wanted the Muppets to not be for kids. Yeah, exactly. That is all of that is 1,000% why I feel really comfortable like using the Muppets in this like very adult media, and why I feel super uncomfortable using Sesame Street. Like this is exactly the thing. No one wanted it because puppets are for kids. Yeah, which I disagree with categorically. I am a puppet. I, Wobbly Python, am a puppet. And my funny puppeteer is you know, the host of your show, who I'm not going to give you his full legal name because you'd Google him. But so we've got like some openings though. We've got basically the entire Metal Gear 2 cast, but I think that when we play Metal Gear 2 next week on Monday, we're gonna get like a lot of opinion about where this goes. Metal Gear Solid is like where I'm kind of at, because I have some familiarity with Metal Gear Solid. Psycho Mantis is this wild standout because he is a favorite, and he, if I remember right, he was kind of important, wasn't he? Like I know he was a boss. Statler and Waldorf work best as the gag for him, but they are two characters, and he is notably one solitary guy. A lot of Europeans, basically the entire world outside of America is willing to accept puppets and whatever as media. He's very important in the overall lore. Right, yeah, that's what I remember. Brain Blast. What do you got, Final Gamer James? Uncle Deadly? Is that a real Muppet? Are you fucking with me? I wish there was like, oh, there it is. Uncle Deadly. Reptilian creature and seasoned stage actor known as the Phantom of the Muppet Show? Oh, fucking what? Oh my god. Tex Richmond's henchman. Faded from prominence when the series ended in 2011. Oh my god. Oh, Final Gamer James, you were not kidding. Yeah. Okay, I think you have won. You have won so hard here. He also, like, he doesn't stick out as a character where we have to typecast him. We are not beholden to the Statler and Waldorf bit with this guy. Oh my goodness gracious. He once played the most difficult role, Othello, on opening night, and he was killed by the critics. Oh my god! Oh, this is super good. This is so super good. Yeah. Oh man. That's so smart. This is such a smart casting. Uncle Deadly as Psycho Mantis, 100%. You know, I'm gonna come into it. I keep thinking about it. Hogthrob is the perfect Vulcan Raven. He really is. Wait, you're bad? What? Hang on. You're bad how? No, you just won. You just won at casting. Yeah. Muppet characters is a tug of war between great fit for the character and funny as hell to cast them in the role. Absolutely. Oh, JoQ Public? Hang on. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm running out of brain. I'm running out of calories. We're like 3 hours in, and I'm fading, I guess. Uncle Deadly hosts the Thought of the Week Muppet series on YouTube. I will check that out. I will check it out, but right now feels super good. Feels so solid. Decoy Octopus is just going to be a human actor because he's a funny bit reveal. Hey, question, and I know Beaker fans are going to love this. Beaker fans are going to be over the moon here. The guy who shits himself a lot in Metal Gear Solid, what's his name? Not Jim Houseman. Johnny Sasaki. Johnny Sasaki as Beaker. You don't want to claim anybody's ideas? Okay, sorry. Johnny Sasaki is Beaker. Beaker would never shit himself. I don't know that that's true, but I know that the listening to Beaker pass a hard shit on the other side of a wall would be an amazing sonic experience. Okay, but like, binding my hands here. You're binding my hands here. You're telling me that Beaker needs to be an important character, but also the problem is that all of the important characters give meaningful dialogue. This does mean that Beaker hooks up with Annie Sue. Yeah? Yeah? Are you telling me that that also would not be a funny cutaway gag? Beaker is a professional. I don't think you're right. I don't think anybody is right. Instead of shitting, could he be burping? Maybe. Okay. I'm looking through a list now. I've got a list of Muppet characters pulled up, and that's what's going on over here. You think Hiccups is more Muppet? Oh my god, Beaker getting the hiccups would be really funny. But like I don't think Johnny Sasaki ever says anything important. He's just kind of a character that you prop up. He's not genetically modified, and he's just kind of an incompetent stooge. Right? Ace U. Hero of Dog City. I mean, what if we made Beaker Sunny? No, because we made Otakon Scooter. Although I think that dynamic works. I think that you could do that. Because Beaker failing to make breakfast or failing to cook eggs over and over would be really funny. But like, again, I have so much trouble like just throwing a character away, you know? Because that is what happens when you Beaker or chef him. Scooter has a girlfriend. Oh my god, Scooter has a girlfriend? Can't believe that Scooter's doing better than me. That's wild. Up in the Frog. Although, I mean, I guess casting a girlfriend as a daughter is kind of weird, right? I think if you made Beaker Johnny, it would have to be running around with the hiccups rather than shitting, and that would be fine. I think it would be. Just the idea of this guy who's just like constantly got the hiccups and is like super frustrated about it. Skeeter, his twin sister. Okay, Skeeter maybe. Yeah, Scooter and Skeeter. That might be really good. Wait, what if we made Skeeter Mei Ling for now? As well. Make Beaker just play multiple soldiers that keep on... Beaker as all of the Genome soldiers would be really funny. I know that the idea of using the chickens and Gonzo as that is like really good, but if we limit the chickens to just the wolves for the Sniper Wolf segment featuring Gonzo, I think that, yeah. I think all the guards being Beaker is really funny, because then we don't need dialogue, and anytime that they're running around in alert situation, it turns into a cacophony of noise, which would be S tier. It would be super incredible. I think we could also do that with Swedish chefs. I think that the Swedish chef could play everyone. All the genome soldiers. Wait, that's it! All of the genome soldiers are the Swedish chef, except for Johnny Sasaki, who is Beaker. What do you think about that? That way, all of the guards, when they're running around making noises like, right? And then you have Johnny Sasaki, who is notable because he is, right? And this way, we set Johnny Sasaki apart without giving him meaningful dialogue or taking a character and putting him in the garbage. Yeah, alert, Morka, intruder, right? Yeah, open, shut, done. Figured it out how we're gonna do this. And for everybody who loves these characters, there are dozens of them. All. Yeah, chasing Solid Snake with the rolling pins. We could have like different character models, little variations on the Swedish Chef just to give them individual visual identities. We could put Swedish Chef in so many costumes. Also, the idea of all of the guards being a big chef crew is really funny. We don't even have to make it the Swedish Chef. It could just be Swedish Chef parentheses S. This is so good. This is so smart. We're geniuses. Yeah, with various kitchen weapons, we could replace all of the guns with forks and spoons and hammers and genome soldiers engineered to be the perfect military force. Hello. Bork. See, this is why when everyone was like, Solid Snake should be the Beaker, right? I had to be like, no, this is why you have to hold this shit in reserve. This is comedy, people. Armed with 5.56s and pineapples. Oh my god. Every time Kermit finds some quote-unquote rations, they're just like Swedish Chef branded Chef Boyardee. Oh my god. The crunchy stirs as rations. Oh my god. So Donald Anderson is the DARPA president, and I'm just gonna put covered by decoy octopus, because like the only time he shows up is he's dead, right? Like that's fine. Hey there, Schottenjäger. Hello and welcome. We're casting all of the Muppets. We're up through Metal Gear Solid. And then I don't know enough to really talk about like who should be where in the later games. So we've got Metal Gear 2, and then we're gonna do Metal Gear Solid, and we're just getting our casting done. That is where we're at. That is what we're doing today. And then I am probably going to log off and go to bed because I feel under the weather and tired, and I need food in my body, but like, whatever. Donald Anderson shows up in Metal Gear Solid 3. I don't think that stops him from being a human actor, though. This has been a delightfully silly stream. I agree. I think this has been a lot of fun. Janice as Sniper Wolf. Now, Janice is like the big secretary. No, Gonzo is Sniper Wolf, Schottenjäger. We've already decided that Gonzo... because because Sniper Wolf has the wolves, right? The like run around. Gonzo and his chickens is a perfect fit. Slides right in. So it makes it even better. Okay, cool. I'm glad. Yeah, Gonzo just as Sniper Wolf is just too good of a gag to like hold on to. After Metal Gear Solid 2, I think in Metal Gear Solid 4, we have enough new characters like 4, 5, and Rising Revengeance, then we're gonna open up for recasts. Is I think where I'm gonna cut that like limit. As like just a general idea. Is this brackets? That's not brackets. I was hoping it'd be. What different types of highlights do I have? Shine. Okay, we'll combine these two. Oh, I can't combine them. Okay, well that's fine. I can do this instead. Put a line break in. There we go, and that'll shine. Yeah, those will jump. That's gonna be our cutoff. Our cutoff for most of today also is this. We'll just let those rock. Cool. I love Tech Stream. It's so good. Imagine the same actor being played by the same actor, but the actor is older in the sequel. 100% yes. Anon and Pan. That's such a good gag. You just saw the end? Yeah. Probably group castings by protagonist. Oh yeah, then maybe casting could be a reflection of how the character sees the other characters. Maybe that would be a thing. I could see that, especially considering like the Muppets are very much like things. Okay, so we're almost done. I would argue. I'm gonna lock Rolf in as a Master Miller. I think that we're good here. Dirty Duck, I'm not sold on because he's such a bit character. Swedish Chef is like capital T Swedish Chef. It has to be. I think. Where's my list of Muppets here? If we did bring back the Gunners, right? If we did bring back the Gunners from NES exclusive, right? Those would be Statler and Waldorf. There's no other way to do it. Every bomb that they would shoot would be accompanied by like a criticism of the media, of the show, of everything else we've done here today. Let's see. So Clifford as Kyle Schneider, the Resistance leader. Now that we're showing Swedish Chef, it's all Genome Soldiers. You could have him be multiple Metal Gear 1 grunts. We could. Hostage negotiations with the Swedish Chef would be really funny. Swedish Chef is every grunt ever. I don't know. Machine Gun Kid as Pepe the Shrimp I think is funnier. Shoot Gunner as Bullet Barker lets us give him a little bit of dialogue down in the prison too, if we were like to write it as a movie or like a comic or a stage play or anything. I think that you can oversaturate your Swedish Chef. I understand that everybody loves the fucking Swedish Chef, but like he can't play every role outside of like a 2-minute like bit. Yeah, we can make the name grunts unique, but I do think it is really funny to take Flame Trooper, who shows up as like the third boss, maybe. This isn't the right order, right? Make him Swedish Chef, have Bloody Brad's in the middle, like the bit with Sweetum, and then come back and have Swedish Chef again, just as a totally different guy, is also its funny bit. No, not the name grunts. Oh yeah, we did do that. That is canon. We made that canon already. All Genome Soldiers will be Swedish Chefs. Every single one of them. That way Johnny Sasaki fits the same role but is like unique and different. Makes it more thematic to Metal Gear Solid 1 as well. I can imagine it, yeah. Okay. Let's see. Doing the one-man play version of the Christmas Carol that Patrick Stewart did. I would see that. That would be interesting. I would watch it. Let's see. Okay. Clifford. Clifford as Kyle Schneider, I think is fine. I think that he's a good character, and I think that we're putting him in an important role to the plot, so I don't think that we're undermining his existence as a Muppet. How did Johnny Sasaki get hired on at Shadowbows? He's good at explosives, don't worry about it. I think Bunsen and Beaker as like the father-daughter duo is also really funny here. I think that we could still do more with it though. But I'm willing to lock them in for now, just to make Just because it's time to light the lights, you know. Also, a Beaker singing the end theme. Sure, fine. Metal Gear 2, we'll learn about these people. We don't know who they are. We don't give a shit right now. I can already tell. Janice, I think Janice is a good enough joke. She sat on this list, and I have not heard anybody disagree with it. Mei Ling as Skeeter. Mei Ling is Skeeter, canonically Scooter's Muppet sister, but also just like a good girl assistant. I don't think that Mei Ling is a notable and unique enough character. And like having Skeeter play her is fine. I hate that like sometimes you just gotta feel this way about a Muppet, but like I think it's fine. Who is Natasha? Who is Kenneth Baker? And who is Jim Houseman? And why do I give a shit about any of them, chat? Because I don't know these characters from anything, anybody, anything. Oh my god, ass! I'm saving this. I'm putting this in the art done for the stream channel so that when I rebuild the hold screen, this will just be on there. This will just show up in the rotation. Chicken Wolf is now saved to my hard drive. Thank you. That is forever there. Natasha is a codec person, right? What does she do? Your weapons codec gal? She's the Jennifer of Metal Gear Solid 1, but cooler. Do you want to recast Rizzo the Rat? Is Rizzo good? Natasha's weapons, she's never plot important. She does factor into some later backs. This sounds like a Rizzo. Sounded like a Rizzo. this sounds like a Rizzo role. But I mean, honestly, we might be able to find somebody else to do it. Some other Muppet. This might be one of those ones where it's really funny to like put a real actor in also. Snupple. Oh no, the Muppets wiki is giving me Sesame Street's characters, which I don't like. I want that. I just want the Muppet Show. Please limit to the Muppet Show. Nope, can't do that. Can't limit to the Muppet Show. We're gonna have to be careful. Beaker sings "Feelings" to Diana Ross. Now, is this just Beaker going meep meep? Is this just Beaker? Like, you know what? No, I'm gonna play it. I'm bringing it up. No, that's the wrong text. Copy link. If I accurately predicted the joke, then this is exactly why it's such a thing. This is why I can't do it. That's what I want to use. Thank you. Yeah, so this is why you can't just put Beaker anywhere. This is why you got to be choosy. This is why you got to care about what you're doing. Right. It's a funny joke. It is a funny joke. You are right. It is a funny bit. But I cannot make all of Colonel Campbell's dialogue this. like surely you understand. Now, the cover of Snake Eater, absolutely. That's a Beaker moment. We can use Beaker there. That would run old so fast. Exactly. That's what I've been saying. Everybody's like, Swedish Chef Beaker, Swedish Chef Beaker, Swedish Chef. No. Can't do it. Can't do it all the time. Bunsen would be a capable Campbell. I agree. Bunsen, Honeydew, and Beaker are a good duo, though, and I'd like to put them together, and so does the media like to put them together. So like that's why I would put those people there. We got Pepe the King Prawn, Uncle Deadly, he's in there, Sweetums, Robin the Frog, Link Hogthrob. See, we've also got Dr. Strange Pork, right? Honestly, if it weren't for the existence of the daughter in Metal Gear Solid, I would say Dr. Strange Pork would be really good. New Zealand is a character that everybody has been asking for. Let's see. New Zealand. Throw them away and they come back to me. He's appeared in all of the Muppet movies except for Kermit Swamp Ears. Yeah, the boomerang fish guy. Does a lot of stuff with fish. Okay, so hear me out here. Hear me out here. What if we made Dirty Duck New Zealand? Just to give him a role there. Great bit boss, yeah. Swedish beaker chef, Swedish beaker chef. Yeah, exactly. Like, don't get me wrong. I love these characters as much as everybody, but you gotta use this stuff surgically. It's like Monty Python, right? Have y'all ever met the guy who cannot communicate outside of Monty Python's Flying Circus jokes? Everything is a quote for this guy. Every single joke, quote unquote, he does is a reference to another piece of media. That guy is not actually funny. He's not. I guarantee you. Nano Machine's son. I love you. We'll think about it. We'll think about it. That's so far. Bowser the Fun, thank you for the sub. If anybody has been really enjoying this, please consider doing a sub. That would help me out so much. I'm moving across the country. I do need to talk about money a little bit. That would be great. I'm also in the running for partners, so having people show up is always really good. To be in been in every D&D group you've ever run? Yes. No, he's not funny, Gazigan Fro. He's not. In fact, he's kind of insufferable. You think this guy has Colonel Campbell vibes. The Newsman. Okay, but imagine, if you will, the news... Wait, who do we have as Colonel Campbell right now? Clifford. No, not Clifford. Sorry, Ralph. Right now we've got Ralph, the piano dog, as the Colonel. Oh wait, no, you're right. Bobo the Bear. I was looking at Master Miller. My bad. My eyes are starting to lose focus. I've been looking at this so long. Okay. Let's pull up the Newsman. Let's read his article real quick. Formed by Jim Henson. That's cool. Guy Smiley monologue is Revolver Ocelot. Which one is Guy Smiley? Sorry, for these like side characters, please start just dropping them in chat, because it's apparent that I've forgotten like everybody. Muppet reporter in the scripts. Okay. So his bit is that he is a news reporter. That's his joke. Why he exists. Let's do a listen to him. Where's my Firefox window, because that audio is captured. The Muppet Newsman. Give him a listen. Let's hear his voice. For Kenneth Baker? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I can see this. Guy Smiley. Yeah, he's also voiced by Jim Henson. Hosts of game shows. Who is Jim Houseman? Because Jim Houseman's kind of the only guy that I don't have locked in a meaningful way. Well, Natasha and Kenneth Baker, or these just like last three. Honestly, it's these last three, and I get to go eat lunch. So like, I want to just like kind of finish up what we've got here, and we'll call it good. File is not saved to disk. Save as. We're gonna save this as E/. documents. Well, actually, let's find it. Let's go. Pretty sure I just have a documents thing in here. Yeah, I do. Create folder, Muppet Gear Solid. We're making lore right here. We're making history. And this is list of castings. Saved. Okay, cool. Save your work ding dong has been deployed. Okay. Joke with the news reporter is that he gets hurt or killed ironically by whatever he's describing at the end of his segment. Okay, that's really funny. Yeah, if something really bad happens to him. Random government jerk is Jim Houseman. Oh, well then we can make that guy smiley for sure, right? Right, just sort of like an uncaring guy who drops some dialogue. If we even like include him in the screening. Houseman is later revealed to have been a pawn of Solidus. Okay. I'm not gonna lock him in yet. Who was Solidus? I don't remember who Solidus was. Secretary of Defense you just talked to at the end. He's like, I want to cover everything up. Okay. I mean, the idea of like taking Smiley and just ending the movie on thanks for playing, everybody. It's been a real good time that we've had here. Yeah. Oh, cool. The autosave is the clock. All right, I was wondering what that was all about. Solidus is the antagonist of 2. Solidus is Clone Snake from number 3. So he's going to be the sinister evil clone of Kermit. Got it. Okay. Kermit will play both roles. It'll be fine. He's also the one who rants about memes. Ooh. Ooh, okay. Smiley's joke is he's insanely chipper and energetic, usually a face of the people who do not care. Oh, well then Smiley should be Senator Armstrong. Right? That might be really funny. Maybe. We'll put it there, but please don't think about Metal Gear Rising Revengeance yet. We'll get to it. All right. So now we just need I'm going to lock in Rizzo as Natasha Romanenko. If all he does is describe guns, having Rizzo the Rat firing those guns as part of the demonstrations and tests and like explanations would be very funny. Senator Smiley jacked up with nanos would be real funny, but yeah, placeholder for sure. Could bring back Hogthrob as Armstrong. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Is especially since he's past the recast line. It also might be a chance to give some of these Muppets that don't see as much use, like more screen time and like more roles. That might be a thing that we could do. Okay, but Jim Houseman, last guy. Jim Houseman, the guy who rants about memes. What Muppet could be the guy who rants about memes? Who could be the meme rant Muppet? Solidus is the one who rants about memes. Oh, okay. Okay, Solidus is the one. Then who the fuck is Jim Houseman? Jim Houseman could be anybody. I don't think he matters. I think he's nothing. I think he could be generic the Muppet. I don't think his appearance needs to elicit delight. Yeah. You linked him before. I saw his picture. I don't know who the hell that is. A different Muppet every time. Yeah. Cast Houseman as a random celeb cameo. I agree. I think that is celeb cameo. Smiley, if nothing else, and then just celeb cameo. I think Kenneth Baker could also be one. I think he's another character that could work. I think Natasha Romanenko, Rizzo the Rat, as sort of like a sleazy gun-dealing pervert is good. Okay. Jim Houseman shows up like once, so that doesn't work. Yeah. Can't have him just like rotate. He's just some government guy who wants to cover up crimes. Yeah, yep. Somebody who's typecast for government. Yeah, like a Jim Carrey type guy or something. Okay. All right, so let's talk about it. We got Big Boss is Sam Eagle. Solid Snake is Kermit. Gray Fox is Animal, mostly for his later roles. Dr. Madnar Petrovich is Bunsen, and Beaker is his daughter. Kyle Schneider is Clifford, who was the original host and like very cool guy. The king of cool, in fact. Sam the Eagle is Big Boss, and I will not be swayed. Senator Armstrong should be Sam the Eagle. I mean, maybe. I don't think so. I personally disagree. Jennifer is Rizzo the Rat, because all she does is give us a missile launcher. Shoot Gunner is Bullet Barker. Also, cross-dressing Rizzo the Rat is always funny. Every single time, it's really funny. Or every single time. Don't recall Houseman ever showing up on camera. He's the guy who authorized Fox Die and the nuclear strike to cover things up, but it's just a name. Yeah, I'm not gonna dig into that. We'll come back to it. Shoot Gunner, Bullet Barker, Machine Gun Kid, we'll make him Pepe the Shrimp. Flame Trooper, we'll make Swedish Chef. Bloody Brad is Sweetums. Dirty Duck is New Zealand. He also throws boomerangs, but they're fish. So actually this works even better. I think somebody suggested this like minute 1 of the stream. The Metal Gears could be played by the big red bird puppet used in some dance numbers. We could maybe do that, but I think having them just be big chickens is easier for people's attention. Actually, I'm in really bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry. Yeah, that's fun. I like that. That's really good. The Gunner duo we'd make into Statler and Waldorf, but they're NES exclusive, so I don't even know if they'd show up in a movie. In Metal Gear 2, Colonel Campbell we have as Bobo the Bear, which I think is really funny and gives us the opportunity to make Master Miller Ralph the Piano Dog, who will show up later in like 5 in like a big way. So I think that's important. Liquid Snake has to be Miss Piggy if Kermit is Solid Snake. Revolver Ocelot we're going to turn into Fozzie. Because again, it's just incredibly fun, incredibly funny. I love it a lot. Psycho Mantis, we're making Uncle Deadly so we can make him genuinely terrifying. And genuinely terrifying, genuinely mystical, and like weird everybody out. It'll be really good. Sniper Wolf is Gonzo, because Gonzo will bring in his chicken girls to help him fight Solid Snake. Vulcan Raven is Hogthrob, because big himbo energy. Decoy Octopus will be a celeb cameo, because he only ever shows up as somebody else, so like having him cast as like a guy is whatever. Otakon will be Scooter, because I think that like this Scooter Kermit ship is really fun. Meryl Silverberg will be Annie Sue for the rivalry between Liquid Snake / Meryl for Kermit's attention. Naomi Hunter is Janice, who is just like a side character from the band, but is notably a health nut. Mei Ling will be Skeeter, which I think is a good, like if not counter to Scooter character, but like they're both like kind of egghead nerd informer types. I think it's good. It is now Bobo the Bear. Actually, I'm in real bad shape financially. I pay money to my ex-wife as part of our divorce settlement, among other bills. I just had no choice but to make you pay for lunch the other day. I'm really sorry. Yeah, no, that's really good. Bobo the Bear are just solid. The Electric Mayhem Band got really fleshed out in the mini-series. Yeah, I could see that. Let's see. All of the soldiers are Swedish Chef except for Johnny Sasaki, who's Beaker, and this is just so that we can reduce all of their dialogue to grunts and barks. Donald Anderson will be covered by Decoy Octopus, which is just the celeb cameo, whoever we decide that is. Cyborg Ninja, again, that's Animal. Natasha Romanenko, we've thrown Rizzo in there because, again, making Rizzo cross-dress is funny. Kenneth the Baker, the newsman, celebrity cameo. Jim Houseman, celebrity cameos, like, screw it. We know that in Metal Gear Solid 2, we want Raiden to be Walter, because, again, the duality of, like, oh, it's another Muppets Metal Gear thing. Oh, it's gonna be Kermit and Solid the Snake. We love that. Who the fuck is Walter? Is the perfect bait and switch for who the fuck is Raiden. Like, 10 out of 10, perfect. The relationship where Walter really looks up to Kermit also works really well. This goes super deep as a duality of characters. Who the fuck is Walter is just, yeah, it's perfect, right? Metal Gear Solid 3, again, we're not really appearing in our current list or like anything that we're doing. We're gonna play him by guys who are old and dead as the joke, because that's the whole thing. Beauty Joe, I have been thinking about you this whole time that we've been talking about Bobo. Walter becoming a cyborg is also really funny. Yeah, isn't it though? Am I a man or am I a Muppet? It's such a good setting for Raiden when he becomes a cyborg murderer. Oh my god. We have Drebin cast as Dr. Teeth, which I think is going to be really good. Quiet as Swedish Chef. I think we should change this one. I think Quiet, we should, I don't know, we should find like another character, honestly. I think Swedish Chef being all of the soldiers ever is its own joke. I know that everybody wants Swedish Chef to have like a mainline role, right? But like, it's a thing. Quiet should also be Rizzo. Oh my god! And they explain why he doesn't talk, because they just really don't want him to. I really like this duck that we're doing, also, of like having a character that is really overtly sexualized. Oh wait, you know, honestly, I would also take Miss Piggy for this, for the same reasons. Because like Liquid Snake doesn't show up later, right? Like Liquid Snake does not like become a recurring character. I think just letting Miss Piggy be hot at Kermit is fine. I think that would be a fun gag that we could do for a whole thing. Rizzo is constantly trying to talk, but people keep talking over him. Yes. He kind of shows up in 4. That's great, because Quiet shows up in 5. So, like, it's fine. So I'm gonna hold on to those ones. Those two are my front runners, though. I think, honestly, I think that they've even had Rizzo canonically play roles that they, like, said Ms. Piggy was originally going to do, and then, like, understudied him. I'm pretty sure. I'm gonna go ahead and put that in there. Can you imagine Miss Piggy just getting more and more furious as she realizes she's doing her role? She's not supposed to talk. Absolutely. So much. Have we cast the End and the B guy yet? Yeah, we cast the End. He's going to be Old Tom, Real Old Tom, and Dead Tom. All 3 of those characters. Quiet Miss Piggy mutely screaming in frustration at the idiocy around her. At some point, they duct tape her mouth closed because they need her to not talk for her role. Has to keep him from speaking while he pants angrily at his lack of dialogue. I see what you're going for, Philip Chanter, but like, Animal as a femme fatale just doesn't work. We can't make Animal sexy. Who is going to be Eva? Is this a later Metal Gear character? Because I am going to cut us off here, right? I know that we're all really excited to talk about the parts of Metal Gear where Metal Gear sort of like spiraled off into like lunacy. Ava is Metal Gear Solid 3? Who? I'm trying to. Is Ava the one who's like not wearing underwear clearly? Because like I didn't play Metal Gear Solid 3. I didn't play 4. I didn't even play 2. Right? 2 is like where my knowledge ends, which is why I'm trying to stop us. That's why I'm pumping those brakes. Also, we're gonna do this more. Femme fatale that the big boss doesn't care for. Oh, you mean Miss Piggy? Like, Ava's big boss's love interest. Yeah, that's just Miss Piggy again. Yeah. I love everybody, but like, yeah, surprise, Miss Piggy's back. Well, there's also another character. Kermit broke up with Miss Piggy kind of famously, and there was another pig that he was dating for a while, and I don't know anything about her, but bringing her on as one of these roles would be very funny. It would be really, really good to do. Just like anytime Miss Piggy would fit well for a role, substituting this other character would be really funny. We've also got Annie Sue for this idea. We've already got Annie Sue as Meryl, but Annie Sue reprising a role as as Ava would also be good. in the event that there's a liquid snake Miss Piggy like compromise or whatever. Denise is her name. Yeah, Denise is a thing. Have Miss Piggy be Big Boss? No, Sam Eagle is Big Boss. Sam Eagle is Big Boss. Liquid Snake is Miss Piggy. Not that Big Boss, a different Big Boss. Maybe? I don't know. This is complicated. Yeah, the same Muppet being Meryl and Ava is probably unacceptable, yeah. Although if we did canonically the idea that like Annie Sue is growing up into a more contemporary adult actress, having her second role be Ava would be kind of funny in that way, because you could also have all these moments where Kermit is painfully uncomfortable with the situation because he becomes aware of the idea, right? That like Annie Sue and Miss Piggy are in this rivalry, and that could be a fun side bit, like as a gag. But I don't think Liquid Snake shows up in the movie. Honestly, just having Annie Sue and Miss Piggy playing these roles arbitrarily as they like tie each other up and stuff each other in dressing rooms would be really funny set dressing also for this bit. Annie Sue? Isn't this supposed to be played by Miss Piggy? Oh, she's a little bit tied up right now. And cuts to Miss Piggy in an actual clause like, that might be really good. There's a lot of things we could do with this space. But again, these are future Metal Gear Solid games, and we're mostly just dealing with like Metal Gear and the push into Metal Gear Solid for a casting right now. Yeah, Miss Piggy's quiet would just be the loudest quiet. Very Muppet-esque. Thank you. I attribute a lot of my humor to the Muppets. Annie Sue is fine. Darkly mutters, she can breathe through the keyhole. Yeah, absolutely. 100%. 100%. I have a picture perfect muffled Miss Piggy. I like Miss Piggy as a character. She's very fun. She's got a lot of energy. I like her a lot, so I'm glad that I can do her well. Denise is a more mild pig and can make a better Meryl. It's about all you got. Maybe. I think though that like casting the young person of Annie Sue as the young Meryl is a thing, because if Ava is the character that I think she is in Metal Gear Solid 3, Ava is a sex object, right? And so I think Jenny might be the better choice for that. Yeah, Ava is experienced. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. Your pigs, do they go? Your pigs, your pigs. You got a pig, right? You got a pig. Well, does it go? Does your pig go? Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more, say no more. Right, yeah. My voice work is really good. Thank you. It would be great if somebody paid me for it. I would freely accept being paid to do any of my Muppet impressions. For anything. Just, you know, send me a DM and tell me how much money you have, I guess. I don't have rates yet. I gotta talk to like Zito and my honestly kind of new voice work friends about how I should avoid undercutting everybody. Yeah, pay your artists, pay me, please. If you're enjoying the stream, the subscribe button is there. And also, if you don't want to spend $5 on Twitch, where I only get $2.50 of it, you can always go to patreon.com/wobblypython and just give me money there. I get a better cut. And if you want to give me the maximal cut, yo, just go to Coffee. Just Coffee, it turns out, is like the best way to give me dollar dues. Fine if I says, thank you so much for the bits. Oh my god. Much appreciated. All of that goes in the Wobbly Needs to Eat Food Fund. So I think that we've got a good setup here. I am running out of calories rapidly. I can tell that I am incredibly hungry. And also, I have reached the end of characters that I have interacted with in the series so far. So, yeah, the very best cut, put $5 in my hand when you meet me on my road trip. Like... that's the whole thing. Remember that every time that you throw like a sub or whatever at my channel, it is That is buying me lunch. That is buying me food. That is paying for the electricity that runs my machine that makes the streams. That is paying my bills. So, like, thank you for all of that. I do need it to live, and if I'm going to maintain this full-time schedule when I move, it will be even more important because my expenses will go up. So that's a thing. Gray Fox being animal, oh, that's funny for Metal Gear 1 and probably 2. Yes. It'll be kind of weird for Metal Gears 1 and 2, but as soon as we hit Metal Gear Solid, it'll make sense. Bill the Bubble Guy as the B guy is funny. Bill the Bubble Guy. I don't know who either of them motherfuckers are, and that's why I'm trying to stop us from talking about Metal Gear Solid 3. Pain. Bubble Man? We'll do that. But I'm going to wrap up here, everybody. This is phenomenal. This is going to... so what I'm going to do is I am going to make a big co-host post at some point where I justify these choices. I'm probably going to retweet the Lizstar one because we have different ethos going into it. But I think Lizstar's contribution to this space is incredibly valuable in general. But I'm going to justify some of our choices, and we will revise this list. This list is not finalized. We will come back to it. Remember, we broke 2,000 followers, so we're going to play all of the Metal Gears over time. So that's a thing. Just make sure that you got him posted to my Discord and I'll find him. Bill's gag was he'd run in and try to get a bit with his bubble trick. I don't know. I don't know if that would be... Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I don't know him. I gotta watch more Muppet stuff, it turns out. So, we're gonna watch Muppet stuff on the Discord. That's just gonna be part of it. Now. That's the whole thing. Rizzo ends up writing a book about Metal Gear Solid, aka Natasha. Yes. Rizzo would write a book. It would be fine. Very talented writer. Threw him in there. Quick codec. Okay. I feel like we're good. Rose Songstress, welcome. You are here just in time for me to find somebody to raid. I'm very sorry for anybody who missed it. This stuff has been so funny. Oh my god, you know who would probably have a lot of opinions about this? Who I think would benefit from knowing what we're doing? We're gonna raid Minimat, everybody. It's time to unlight the lights. It's time to douse the music. This is going to be really good. This is going to be really good. I'm very happy for us. I think we're going to have a very fun time. Spend a meter. Excellent. Excellent. Everybody, thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support. Thank you for continuing to support me even while stuff is weird, while I'm moving, while I have a cold or whatever. It means the world to me that as a guy who has been drawing funny pictures for the internet since his, like, actual tens, in his teens, that I finally have people who are listening to me figure out what Muppet's the best Metal Gear character and why. So, like, you can always tell that a casting thread has gone well when people draw fan art out of it. Oh yeah, I'm unleashing this into the world. This is gonna be great. But anyway, I love you all. I'm gonna go make food and get calories in my body. Thank you again, and I will see you tomorrow. And tomorrow will be Dave the Diver, for consistency's sake and because it's Thursday.